No. It's the TPA podcast, guys. We are here, episode 24, with boots and raised shoes, but don't raise them because if you hate Zach Gibson, you're not following me. Fuck you. Get a life. This is the TPA podcast, Team Petty Asshole. I am Cliff, and I got the whole fucking crew. And now Brandon's here because he wants to be special. I'm here now. How you doing?
Hey.
The whole crew here today.
He's like, I'm waiting. Now I'm
None of you hoes are special compared to me.
Brandon, are
I'm
you special?
slightly more special than the dudes, though.
Yo, guys, Jackie's
If
special
you're at the
because
top, then I'm next, and then the boys.
Jackie's the special one because finally I got her in like at the start for the first time. So
You should have added her last week, but you
What?
didn't.
But she's usually late. I didn't.
You did fail. You did fail.
He always failed.
I run this fucking podcast. Shut up.
You still failed though.
Shut up. What's going on? Say what's up, assholes.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, guys.
All right, dude. This whole fucking week of wrestling has been awesome. I don't know where the fuck we should start because we got an awesome takeover. We got 3 awesome wrestling shows Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Honestly, NXT was probably I don't know. We'll talk about it, but Raw and SmackDown, especially Raw, were actually good for once. So that's already a call for special shit going on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because Raw typically can't do shit, and whenever they have a good week, it's a good day.
I have something, and I'm going to say it later, but I'm just going to say it right now. Vince Faves, as of late, has been taking all the major L's. Braun, Charlotte, Alexa, Jason Jordan, Roman Reigns. All his faves. The only 2 ones standing is Brock and Ronda. And something's going to happen to Ronda very soon.
Brock's the only one that might be. Well, and here's the thing with Brock. He'll probably just leave to go to UFC, so he won't be Vince's fave for long.
And might fail another drug test.
That too. Either way, he'll be out of.
Failed another drug test.
He failed all of them. Come on now.
You know good damn well they're not going to acknowledge it. You know they're going to retcon it like they did John Jones.
Do you think WWE even gives Brock drug tests? Come on. Hell no.
Isn't it in his contract that he doesn't get drug tested?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because he's a part-timer now, he doesn't.
Oh my god, that's why
that's how he was able to slide through when he had that fight with Mark Hunt.
Yeah, because that's why Undertaker hasn't gotten drug tests. Ric Flair never did. They were part-timing.
Oh, we know Ric Flair never did.
Ric Flair doesn't test for anything. Well, he probably had more than just drugs in his system. Come on now. They're probably going to give him another test, probably that Tommy Morrison test. But it's been a crazy week. Do you guys want to start with TakeOver? The
TakeOver that you missed, by the way.
Wait.
I want some damn work and money.
No, I fucking hate it. Shut up. I watched the whole fucking show.
You watched it late.
Fuck my
dick.
dick.
You watched it late.
Well, fucking what? Jackie didn't watch the whole thing, period.
See, Jackie has an excuse.
Oh, fuck off. I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Thank you. Next.
Can someone...
Oh, damn.
Why do I do this?
Because you like the punishment.
I will let the rest take over. I am muting myself. This shit.
This is what you get for forgetting to add me last week.
Oh, Jesus. That was good. That was really good.
This is called...
I felt that in the pride.
But yeah, let's talk about TakeOver.
The tag match. Jesus.
Tyler Bate, my God.
You see, I have only one problem. See, Mustache Mountain? This is what happens when you cover up the thighs. You lose.
What did they get?
You do not cover up Tyler's thighs.
How did did they cover up his thighs? Did they get like shorts?
It was a tribute. Wasn't it like a tribute to some
It
tag?
was a tribute to the British Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was a tribute to the Bulldogs, the British Bulldogs.
Speaking of thighs, by the way, I'm sorry, Tony Storm has finally upped him on thighs.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but damn.
We'll get to Tony later.
Tony Storm is now waifu number 2.
Like, my thigh is already shit, and now she's going to do this. Girl, just stop.
We know somebody that didn't skip leg day.
What is skipping leg day?
What is skipping leg day for Tony Storm? Someone asked Tony Storm that they want to skip leg day. She just kicks him in the leg. It's like no one skips leg day.
Rumor has it she skipped one leg night, but never a leg day. Like usually at night she's just like working them, but no. But yeah, this tag match was fucking incredible, and Zach Gibson is a goddamn master among men. I love this man. He clearly stole the show. He clearly wasn't the least exciting person in this entire match. Clearly not.
Can I just say, which also makes sense because they're really prevalent right now for WWE. You grizzled young vets, they are very revival-esque in how they work a match.
Yes.
Yes.
And why do I feel like WWE is going to call them up to the main roster if the revival actually leaves?
Probably because they will.
Dude, they're the revival, but James Drake is a much bigger high flyer. Like he's much more athletic than I would say than either Scott or Dash. Zach Gibson is the revival combined into one.
Every time I hear this tag name, I think of that stupid commercial with Luke Gallows and Colt Cabana with the Grizzled Young Vet song.
Oh God! I remember that commercial.
It goes through my head every time I hear those words. I can't be the only one. This awkward silence is great.
Yeah, I'm waiting because you guys don't want me to talk. Fuck y'all.
Well, go ahead and talk, you big crybaby.
Okay, so the match was great. I'm going to talk about some of the amazing spots. I mean, we'll get to the last one, which was fucking incredible. Tyler Bate did a fucking double airplane spin with fucking 2 guys that were probably both heavier than him on his back because Tyler Bate's not human like that.
The fact that this kid might not get a main event push in the WWE main roster is going to be a crime.
He's 21. He's 21.
The most insane spot is I think it was the Grizzly Young Vets that did the spot. It was Gibson that had.
I was gonna get to it, but okay. That's the best part of the match.
Oh. Well, I know you were talking about the airplane spin. I'm talking about the freaking spear through the ropes.
Yeah, he did the suicide dive while Zach Gibson had him on his shoulders. Yeah, that was the spot of the match, and I thought Tyler Bate died, but there was
died, but it was like an interception, for the finish of the match.
And then immediately afterwards, I think it was Trent Seven that was going for a suicide dive, and James Drake caught him in a kick, almost like a Claymore kick.
Pretty much.
Something crazy, just crazy as shit. And they do all this crazy shit and they still get booed. That's how good of heels they are. They can be the best wrestlers on this planet. Zach Gibson's James Drake too, but mostly Zach Gibson is just so hated. It's beautiful. Actually, I will say this. Zach Gibson actually does wrestle like James Drake does the really fun stuff like the 450s, the suicide dives. Zach Gibson is just straight up hammer locks, cutting you off, fuck the fans, I'm resting.
I mean, his main finisher is an inverted hammerlock.
Inverted hammerlock, exactly. So, again, a man to my heart. Clearly, he was the star of this match. Tyler who? But yeah. Oh my god, this match was so fucking great. I can't even. Oh, I mean, and a lot of people said it was the best match of the show. It took me a while, but I would definitely say it's the best.
Yeah, it was.
The main event, as great as it was and how excited I was at the very end, did go a little bit too long, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I think I've heard a lot of differing opinions on the main event, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But everyone that I've heard talk about the show has just praise this match so much because it's so good. Mustache Mountain's the best tag team on the planet right now. No one consistently puts on matches like they do right now.
And then after that, we get the battle of the sodas.
Oh no.
We get Coke versus Diet Coke.
We'll get to how that match came about.
Yes, originally it was supposed to be Diet Coke versus
Pepsi?
Nah. Cactus Cool.
Kiwi.
Cactus Cool.
Travis Banks.
Right. The match was supposed to be Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks.
Yeah.
But, Devlin being a little shit decided, I'm going to ruin this guy's life and his
because he's too scared to face him one-on-one. He decides to be little baby bitch kicks and attack him from behind.
I respect it.
He stole my gimmick. I'm suing you, sir.
So
if anyone takes out these, it's going to be me.
And $50
Jordan Devlin comes out, and he's talking mad shit, as you expect him to do. Then, dear sweet lovable Johnny Saint comes out, and he's like, "Motherfucker, we're tired of dealing with your bullshit."
It's paraphrasing, but it's pretty close to what he said.
And so Johnny Saint essentially makes it an open challenge for Jordan Devlin.
What would have happened if Travis Banks? Okay, I know it's me overthinking, but in a scenario, if Travis Banks was okay to do the match, what would Finn have done?
He probably would have cried himself to sleep.
He would just put baby oil on his abs. But yeah.
No, he probably just would have been set back, chilled out, and just watched the show.
Just with his shirt off.
Of course with his shirt off. Yeah, remember that Travis also works a stripper gimmick from time to time, so...
Sure.
But yeah, and then it becomes Coke versus Diet Coke. Finn Balor versus Jordan Devlin.
No. Finn Balor versus Great Value Balor.
Even better.
The pop he got.
I don't understand why you all think... I don't understand why people think he's so much like, thing like Finn. Like, I've seen Jordan Devlin. I like the kid.
Because it was...
Oh, no, I like him too. I'm just saying.
Just look at him.
It was the first UK tournament. It was the first UK tournament. He was literally doing Balor shit. Like, that's why people think
he's Irish. He has the same pale skin, same hair, same accent,
and he's from the same
everything.
Isn't he trained by Finn?
And it was trained by
Finn. He's basically Finn's protege.
But basically, he has Finn Balor in him.
He's the same part of Ireland, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can see why the similarities are there.
But the whole Great Value Balor thing really didn't become a thing until like the first UK tournament. Like what Brandon said, he did all the Balor shit.
Right. And he doesn't do it as good, which is why we call him Diet, Great Value. He's the cheap knockoff version of something that's better.
Damn.
He's the version that you get when you can't get when you don't have the money to buy the actual thing.
He's Shasta Coke. Is that what he is? Or RC Cola?
Yeah, RC Cola. Yeah,
and I'm
he's
the
RC Cola.
Unpopular person here because I prefer Jordan Devlin.
I mean, hey, it's your opinion.
But again, I mean, I'm not going to agree to that because I like this Jordan Devlin kid, and these two put on a fucking great match.
Yeah.
I like this match. Jordan Devlin's moonsault is beautiful. Charlotte was in the crowd, by the way. We'll get to that later.
We got to talk about
and we got the Bloody Sunday.
Yeah,
so,
we did.
A+ for that.
Oh, we did. We got millions of too sweet chants. Again, like Asia said, the pop Finn Balor got was astronomical and might have impacted something that happened on Raw, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later, you son of a bitch.
Foreshadowing. But
we all know why that happened, and we all know it was because of Bork.
Well, this match was really good. Again, nothing compared to the tag match, but I think it was the perfect kind of match to like not cool. Like the cooldown match comes next, but this was a really good showing. Like there were some points where like Jordan Devlin almost beat Balor, and like it was really close. I'm like, oh shit.
It's one of those things where we tend to make fun of Devlin a lot, but I mean, as a heel in his own right, he's very good. He's very solid.
Yeah.
He gets the job done. He gets the heat, and this is a really good match. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good.
I will say the next match was probably the cool down match, and I just now finally saw it. I liked it, but I want you guys' thoughts. Master versus Eddie Dennis.
Ugh.
Okay.
I didn't care. I was eating ramen noodles.
Ugh.
Honestly, they did the best they could with what they were given. It was fine for what it was.
That's what I'm thinking.
Poor Dave Mastiff. I feel so bad for Dave Mastiff that he had to compete with Edward Dennis. Oh.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
If you have two really big guys in a wrestling match, what do you expect them to do? Imagine what you'd expect them to do in your head.
It's Edward Dennis.
Your hatred for Edward Dennis is amazing.
It's great.
I will never support this man again. After that garbage he pulled in Wembley, I am done with this man. I put him in Team 1% in everything.
Oh, here's the thing.
I did, and my God, I regretted it immediately.
Yeah, you supported him. You were like, you know what? I'm down with this kid. He makes a lot of good points, and then he just fucked it all up for you.
Exactly.
He ruined your trust.
Oh Lord.
How dare you betray my trust, sir?
Like when you put someone in Team 1% and they immediately like lose your yacht, like something like that. Like, come on, man. Bringing down the tax bracket and shit. It's not right. Eddie Dennis did that. This match was good. I mean, thankfully the right person won. So that's good. I love Dave Mastiff, but yeah, Eddie Dennis.
I swear, if Dave Mastiff had lost that match, I swear that would have ruined my whole mood for the rest of that takeover.
I love Eddie Dennis in the promo, but in the ring, I could do without. Like, just in general, I don't know. This was what it was.
He just go back to being a subpart teacher, because this wrestling thing ain't working out for you, man.
So basically, like Shane Douglas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so similar. It's not even funny. So yeah. Next match. I think was it the one?
It was Tony Rhea, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was short card. Yeah. Yeah, Rhea versus Tony. Yeah. A lot of places I saw said this was the weakest match in the show.
If anything, Master Dennis.
Yeah, Master Dennis was the weakest match on the show.
Yeah, but it wasn't the weakest. It was kind of weak, but it wasn't Dennis Mastiff weak.
It was. I mean, yeah, like this whole card was so great. Like,
here's the thing.
I'll say they barely scratched the surface.
Oh yeah. Oh, they had a lot more. There's a lot more they could have done, and like they were only given, I think, 15 minutes.
Here's the thing. If we were to go by, I guess, the Meltzer aspect of rating,
fuck him.
It'd be like a 4 out of 5, maybe.
4.
Yeah,
I give it a 4.
Good.
Like, this is one of the matches that didn't go. Like, in this show, to me, like there was a match that didn't go on long enough, and there was a match that went too long. This one, to me, was the match that didn't go on long enough.
Yeah, honestly, they should have put like 5 more minutes onto this and took it away from.
I give it longer to the men. All right.
I mean, by the end of the show, we kind of understood why. By the end of the show, after the logo, we'll save that. We'll save that.
I get the whole like the ending thing. That ending I get, but the main event itself, y'all went too long.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with that one spot that they kept trying.
Y'all could have shared a good 15. Just saying.
With Traverse about the ending, I want you to go on that, but we'll get to it when we get to it.
Right.
Yeah, Rhea Tony was good. Very solid. Rhea did what she healed it up. She trash talked.
Didn't Rhea do like a callback to where she hurt Tony in the first match to win the title and go back?
Worked
So
the back,
call back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Asia, I don't think you've said it on the podcast before. Your thoughts on Tony's bangs? Sorry.
She looks like Taylor Swift.
Oh no! Oh, Brandon, that's even worse than it. No.
I hate him. I really hate him.
Is that why you hate them? She looks like Taylor Swift? Okay, I can see that now. Oh, I never thought of that.
I love it. It's more of a Lady Gaga thing for me.
I love you, Tony, but please, you gotta work on that.
I like them. I like the bangs, Tony. I do your thing. I'm just saying, I know Asia's not a big fan, so.
She looked like she aged like 10 years with those bangs.
No, she still looks young as hell. Come on now.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say we all knew Tony was trouble.
I hate you. So
I know. I had to. I made the comparison. I had to put the joke in somewhere.
Main event time.
Pete Dunne versus Joe Coffey, which surprisingly was only 35 minutes.
This
went on way too long.
Here's the thing. I love the match. Yeah. I'm just gonna say right now, I love the match. But yes, around the 5 or 10 minute mark of this match, you could have shaved all that shit out, and then that one spot.
2 spots. Because I think
they tried it twice. They tried it twice. I don't know what they were trying, but each time.
No, we have to get to one spot first because I think is this the spot I introduced you to, Asia?
Yes.
Okay, so this is I think he's countering the bit. I think Joe Coffey's countering the bitter end, and I think he gets him in like a tombstone. No, he gets him in a regular like pile driver position or tombstone position, and it looks like he's doing like a submission where. You know a submission where it's like you're in a pile driver position?
That's what it'd be called, the tombstone stretch.
He has him in the tombstone stretch. So you would think he would keep it in maybe like a submission, but he decides to transition that into a Boston Crab. Not before he, in transitioning, drops Pete Dunne right on his head. Right on his fucking head. I saw. Yeah. You see fans in the crowd literally grabbing their heads. You could tell that was not supposed to happen, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised Pete Dunne's okay, honestly.
Yeah, that was a scary spot.
That looks bad. But yeah, I love the match, but yeah, that was bad. And then go.
And the botching, when they fell over, I think they were supposed to do like an avalanche bitter end, but then Joe Coffey, he fell the first time, like on the outside, and then they tried again, and then they both fell. And it's like
the only excuse you could really give to this was that it was 35 minutes into the match, and they were so exhausted that they just gave out.
But if that's the case, then you don't go for a second fucking time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what they were thinking there. I do love the match. I love the brawling. There was one great spot where I think it was while he was in the triangle. Joe Coffey lifted him out, and instead of just slamming him, he deadlifted him from to the top rope, and did like a fucking I don't even know what you call it, but it looked sick. And Joe Coffey's a fucking animal. I love the match. I do not like the fact that he kicked out of I think 2 bitter ends.
Yes, the finish is what got to me. It's like. Okay, you kicked out the second bitter end, but then he does the pulling the fingers, and then that's it. Okay, all right, okay.
Honestly, that was the same way he beat Jordan Devlin too.
And here's another thing. You want to get to the ending?
You might as well get to the ending.
I'm gonna let you have it, Javers, because this is you.
So okay. So basically, me, Asia, and Brandon were just doing our live reactions to it, and the logo pops up. I press the home key on my iPad, but then I see the crowd just light up, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? What is going on? Because I don't have the volume up because I'm mainly listening to Asia and Brandon, and then that's when I see it. Who else comes out to interrupt Pete Dunne's celebration? My boy from Austria, my man Walter, my man Big Daddy Walter.
Correction, Javers. Water.
No, it's Volta.
Water.
I don't care how Nigel said it. It's Volta.
No, he stood on. No, you know the camera angle I'm talking about. Where he's standing there in his Titantron, and you can literally see he's covering up the L. But just says water.
Well, either way, his name is too big to be comprehended, okay? But yes, what I've been saying ever since he got signed, that Walter is going to win the belt off Pete Dunne. And Ashton kind of being Ashton, kind of ruining it for me. He said, "That's not going to happen. They're not going to wait that long." Oh, well, would you look at this? I was right. God, I just love being right and rich. Oh.
I mean, of course he was going to be wrong. He's a white man, so I mean.
Look, that's another topic. That's another topic for another day.
I was a white man and I was right about ZZ. But
look. We'll get into that another day.
Okay.
But the big man walks to the ring, stares down Pete Dunne, but apparently Joe Coffey forgot to know his place. He's like, well, I'm gonna get in. I just had my match. I'm gonna get in the ring, and I'm gonna get in your face. And then he gets in the ring, and Walter's like, "Get your bitch ass out the ring," and kicks him right out of the ring, and looks at him like, "Know your place, son." And looks right back at Pete Dunne's like, "Where were we?" "Oh yes," and just stands up on him. And Pete Dunne's looking at him like, "Oh, so we doing this now, huh? All right, fuck it, let's do it." It was just amazing.
All he had to do was walk out there, put his hands behind his back, do his pose, and leave. And
exactly,
awesome moment. I'm ready for this match, and yeah, like, and here's my question about referring back to the finisher that was that match. If Joe Coffey can kick out of two and roll, he even roll out of one of them. So let's be fair, he survived 3 bitter endings. What the hell is gonna happen with Walter? Like he better not be with just one bitter ending, because like if Joe Coffey can withstand 3, you'd have to think Walter can withstand like 20.
Exactly.
Like, but then again, I do think Walter, he might not even hit bitter ending. I think Walter's just gonna beat him straight up. Yeah, like. As much as I love Pete Dunne, he's been holding that title forever, and now that we have a weekly show dedicated to basically him as the UK champion, we cannot have him on it for that much longer, or else it's gonna wear tired. We need a new champion. Walter's that guy.
Walter's that guy.
Let's fucking go. And Joe Coffey's lucky he didn't get a chop. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
I thought I thought he was gonna chop him.
I mean,
me too.
I thought it was gonna be like the fucking Sammy Guevara thing from PWG where Sammy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show you, oh!" And then he just walks out. So, yeah. But awesome show. Great show. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Say.
For me, I give it a 9.
Oh my god. And also, to be fair, actually, who watched the UK show after that?
It was solid.
Ginny versus Isla Dawn.
Oh yes.
That was. I watched Isla Dawn versus I think it was Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that impressed with Isla Dawn at the time, but this match with Ginny was. Damn, this was good.
I am just not a fan of Isla Dawn. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I don't know why. It's just something about her. I just can't put my finger on it. It's just something about her that I don't like.
Okay.
She's coming really close to giving me those Edward Dennis vibes.
No, not that bad. I hope she never disappoints you like that. That's maybe I'll get out of it. Hopefully, but it took me a while to get into Edward. It'll probably give me some time to get into Isla. Well, you got into Edward and then immediately got out of Edward.
Yep.
We'll see. Hopefully Isla doesn't do anything stupid.
Hell, it took me forever to stop saying "fuck Jay White."
Right. Well, at least he's proven himself that he's worth not saying that.
Yeah, now he's decent.
Yeah. He's not the drizzling shit. So, but yeah, like, awesome show. What do you guys want to talk about next? Since
Raw. Oh wait. Yeah, Raw.
Let's go to Raw.
Yeah.
Jackie, did you watch Raw? Or did you watch a little bit of it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh,
now she's back.
Oh, she's back. Yay. Hi.
I'm back. Sorry,
Hi.
my Wi-Fi randomly shut out for a minute.
Oh, okay, cool. Hi.
Yeah. So basically, Jackie, did you watch Raw? Did you watch Raw?
What do you think from it?
Do you need to ask that question?
I mean, I don't even know why we're asking Jack if she was Raw. We know she didn't. We know she cleansed herself with WWE's product.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna slap the dog shit out of all three of y'all. Cause why would you ask? It's not about like, come on. Let me talk about this shit. Okay?
Right.
Well, go ahead. We're not stopping you.
We're not stopping you.
I mean, y'all gonna probably interrupt me like y'all did last time.
No, we're not. We're gonna let you get all your talk in, especially when it comes to your favorites.
Okay, all right. So the big news coming out.
I'm sorry, I was joking. I did that to fuck with you. I'm sorry.
No, I'll be quiet now.
I'm sorry. I was messing with you. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Y'all men ain't shit.
I'm sorry. I wanted to mess with you. I'm sorry. Come on, Cliff gets to do it, but I can't.
No, I don't.
You do it.
Y'all have fun.
No, but all seriousness though, AJ, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
God damn it, it cut out again.
Well, we start off with Braun Strowman in the ring. He's talking all this shit to Brock Lesnar, saying he's going to take the Universal title. That the only reason why you won at what was it? What was that pay-per-view that we didn't watch?
Oh, Crown Jewel.
Crown Buns.
Crown Buns. The only reason why you won at Crown Buns
Ass Crown.
The pay-per-view that had Hulk Hogan on the show. The only reason why you won that pay-per-view was because Baron Corbin interfered. And so Baron Corbin comes out, and then he's talking all this shit to Braun, and then Baron runs, Braun chases after him, and then Elias snitches on Baron, saying that Baron is in the limousine that Vince came up in. Braun goes
I'm sorry to interrupt this, but can I just say this about Elias? Bro, why are you snitching?
He's getting. Didn't Baron and Elias have beef?
I know that, but still, bro, you just broke the code in the streets. They were snitching. See, man, he can't come to the cookout no more. He ain't allowed to cookout because he gonna snitch.
Okay. So yeah, and then basically Braun ruins Vince's limo. Vince come around, Braun like, oh shit. And then Vince is like, okay, since you want to go destroy my limo, which costs $100,000, you're out the Universal title match at the Rumble.
Like Vince's face when he saw what Braun did to his limo, he's just like, really, bro? I just dropped that thing.
Let me get this straight, Vince. Like, I'm fine with Braun being out of the Universal title match, but AJ Styles a couple of weeks ago punched you in the face, and you did nothing to him. But Braun destroyed your limo, and you take him out the Universal title match.
This man, Vince McMahon, dead ass kid, more about a freaking limo than punched in the mouth. Like Vince is like, yeah, but at least I asked for that one. I ain't asked for this.
Good. Okay. So that's being set up for later on in the show. Then you have Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey, who's squaring off in a week and a half at the Rumble for the Raw Women's title versus Nia Jax and Tamina. Basically, Sasha Banks. Charisma vacuum. Got no heat. Sasha Banks. Basically, it was a handicap match. She didn't really need Ronda Rousey. She did another transition into the bank statement, a scoop sweep into the bank statement, and then she won the match.
Like, I have one. Go ahead. I'll say it later.
No, you can go.
No, I was just gonna say I just have one question. I have one major problem with this.
What?
Nia Jax is still on my TV. Why? Why is this giant charisma vacuum still on my television?
Why is she still getting matches?
I don't know.
People are away from Sasha Banks. We need her healthy.
Dude, Dwayne's daughter, Simone Johnson, please hurry up and debut. We need this garbage out of here, man.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
So, yeah, then they get an interview in the ring, and then Ronda's like, it'll be my pleasure, or it'll be like my greatest accomplishment to tap out Sasha Banks at the Rumble. And Sasha's like, you gonna tap me out? She's like, no. I just
honey,
saying like,
no, Sasha, you're my favorite. Please sign my stamp collection. I love you. No.
I swear to God, the minute she said that, Sasha just gave it a look like like on Saints Row, when the guy you're playing is just like, the fuck you just said? Like Sasha just gave it a look like, the fuck you just said to me?
You the one that chose me. You the one that said that I'm the best. It wasn't the other way around. And then she threw up the 4 by the end of the promo.
Like here's the thing, Sasha tried to calm down and walk away from the situation, but no, Ronda just had to follow her and tried to make things up. It's like, what do you want? Like Ronda was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to lick your boots? Sasha was like, yeah, get down on your knees and lick my boots.
My boots, bitch. I'm your superior. You're a rookie.
Exactly, my boots is dirty. Spit shot my boots.
Who's the rookie here?
You chose her, Ronda. You didn't have to.
I swear, you asked for this.
You did this whole speech about Sasha Banks, about how she's the Cinderella story, all this shit, and that you want to say you want to tap her out. Like, bitch, nah.
Bitch, no. You want to compliment her 1 minute on one side of your mouth, and then you want to talk trash on the other side of your mouth. Oh, that sounds like some hypocrite bullshit, Ronda.
Bro, she is the living definition of two-faced.
So, and then we get to. Should we get to the bad segment of the show yet?
No, hang on. I just want to give props to somebody. Yo, props to Bayley for standing up for Sasha.
Yes.
Yeah. Ride or die.
Like, Bayley is that true ride or die. Like, Natty up here taking up for Ronda, talking about, oh, Sasha needs to come now.
No, because Natty's like, Sasha, you're sensitive. I'm like, bitch, Sasha was there for you when Riot Squad broke your fucking dad's glasses, and then you wanted to cry and then do some spit. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, it's that selective amnesia. That selective amnesia. And like Bayley looking at that is like, bro, say it again so I can smack you with the mouth.
Yep.
And then Riot Squad just like sharks and just seeing sharks seeing blood in the water, just start to creep in and take advantage of the situation.
And they were like, yeah, if y'all can find a partner, then meet us in the ring. And then that was a debut later on in the show.
I could have sworn I thought it was gonna be Ember, but it wasn't.
I thought it was gonna be Ember too until I realized she was on main event.
Oh, but that's where Ember was. Oh,
that's an insult, man.
That is garbage.
Wasn't she teaming with Dana Brooke too?
Yep, she was teaming with Dana Brooke versus Mickey and Alicia.
Oh!
I'm so disgusted. This was supposed to be the woman that beat Asuka, by the way. This was supposed to be the woman that should have been the one that beat Asuka's streak, but now she's on main event.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. Main event's lit.
Stop lying to yourself.
I know.
Saturday Morning Slam was better. Shut your mouth.
Then we get to the bad segment of the show.
One
bad segment of the show, but it got a lot of talking.
Not just a bad segment.
Is this what you and I think? Is this what I think you're about to talk about?
Is this the Attitude Era segment?
I have no words for this.
There's, I guess, an intern that's bringing in coffee for Alexa Bliss for a segment later in the show, Moment of Bliss, where she's about to be interviewing Paul Heyman. He's knocking on the door. He's asking her name so he can come in. He goes in anyway without her permission, and she's just standing there, her back turned, with, I guess, like her shirt, like covering her boobs. And then she turns around, and then he's like, oh shit, like, and then she just tells him to get out the fucking room. Just leave the coffee, get out the fucking room. So many things are wrong with this fucking segment. Number one, apparently, and I don't know how true this is, apparently this was Alexa's idea, and she was trying to pay tribute to Trish Stratus.
Trish never did nothing like that.
Number two, this got As of right now, 5 million views on YouTube. As of right now.
Of course it would, because you know the only people looking at it finding something to jerk off to because they're too lazy to look up porn.
I mean, dude, dude, go to the video and look at the thumbnail.
Number 3. Doing this segment or doing anything, like, it's one thing you're doing something that what they're doing on SmackDown with Mandy Rose, she being all sexual and she's trying to get into Naomi's head by trying to get with Jimmy Uso.
But that's the whole point. There's a storyline. There's a storyline narrative there. There's a fucking plot there.
There's a purpose to that one.
This had no purpose whatsoever, and more likely it will not play into next week's episode of Monday Night Raw.
Let me talk about the thing with Trish. Like, oh yeah, this is a segment Trish would have done. Sure, yes, in 2000 or 2001, it would have. I don't think there were any of those segments were Trish's idea.
I don't think
none of those were Trish's idea.
None of them were. Those were.
Trish is supposed to be remembered for like being like shamed.
Tits and ass. Is that her legacy to you, Alexa?
No, not to mention being made to bark like a dog.
Bark like a dog.
Yeah. What's that one? Are you gonna do that segment now, Alexa? Because it was Trish.
This segment did not scream Alexa being sexy or any of that shit. This screams a man invading a woman's privacy while she's changing her fucking clothes. This nowhere screams sexy, but the fact that it was just a woman half naked, that's what getting all the clicks. That's getting all the male perverts to basically like, because they don't know how they act like they never seen a woman naked before.
That's what I'm saying. No, like this didn't say sexy. This said invasion of privacy.
No, but they have to see Alexa naked.
But no, not really. There's porn. Y'all got porn, man.
I don't know, because people are obsessed with like women or celebrities like that. They're like, oh, I wonder how she would look naked. It's like, oh, no. You have so many options for women. First of all, women who are better at it, and secondly, women who want to do it.
Exactly. That exists. You want to know what that miracle is called? Pornography.
Pornhub. It exists. It'll blow your mind.
Alexa's character does not scream sexy. Like what is her character? She does not.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you something. That segment didn't scream sexy at all.
It screamed to me. It screamed creepy.
If anything, Alexa is cute. She's cute.
So the
if I were to rate Alexa on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her about at least a 7.
So Brandon, what you're saying is that the Charm City gamers of the world are fapping.
Good lord.
That said, scream me too. And if Alexa does not complain next week on Raw, then that's fucking ridiculous. Like something needs to happen with that segment, but 9 times out of 10, there's nothing going to come out of that. It just clicks. Just clicks.
Imagine how bad it was in 2001. Jesus Christ.
Evolution and what that did for women's wrestling. Great to see that this is the payoff.
Yeah, like, dude, we are in the middle. Like, we are in the midst of the women's revolution. We're about to have a main event of WrestleMania be 2 women, and like we're getting this shit at the same time. Really?
Let me explain this, because a few minutes later we got the announcement or the revelation of the women's tag titles. The women's tag titles, which looks fucking amazing.
Beautiful. I'm telling you, man. WWE took one look at the IWGP Intercontinental title and was like, "We're gonna rip that off for the women's tag titles."
That looks good.
I mean, we don't copy from the best, but yeah, they look amazing.
So that's a nice design there.
I'm telling you, hey, Asia, I talked to you about this the other day. Like, didn't I tell you that those women's tag titles look exactly like the IWGP IC title? It's like Jericho took that belt to WWE one day. He was wearing it. He was like, they looked at it, like, guys, I have found the design for the women's tag titles.
Yeah. But hey, let's be fair. We will take rip-offs over half of those other titles that are in WWE right now anyways.
Definitely.
Especially that Universal title. Good fucking God.
It's the best main roster
title. That might be the only person who doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Red Leather is nice, in all honesty. I don't get why people don't like it.
With the Universal title?
Yeah, Yeah, I get that it's cursed. I get why people don't like it from that point. But from a design,
It's a literal fruit roll-up.
It's this. First of all, it's the women's title, but with a red strap.
Fucking
the women's title, but with a red strap. That's how WWE is doing all their belts these days. At least at the time, that was the plan. The WWE title looks the exact same way, but it's got a black strap.
I am slowly rolling my eyes over y'all complaining about this Universal title. 3 teams from Raw, 3 teams from SmackDown. All 6 teams will be in the Elimination Chamber to decide who will be the first ever women's tag. Yes, it's going to be co-branded. It's not going to be like one tag team title on Raw, one tag team title on SmackDown. It's going to be co-branded.
Well, here's the thing. Didn't we think it would
And
be
obviously, that's the best decision because there's not many teams on either roster as it is.
And
Yeah.
So you might as well have it co-branded.
And weren't we talking about like it would be like co-branded along with NXT as well?
Yes.
Like, hopefully, maybe it's just for the introduction. Maybe
Not just NXT. Honestly, I want it to be co-branded with NXT and NXT UK if it can be.
I can see it.
Yeah, there's enough women on NXT
Yeah.
UK where they could do it.
You know what I would love for that? I would love I know they just got done having a match and they're probably going to continue this program, but I want a Rhea, Tony, Strange Bedfellows kind of tag team.
Son.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
2
it.
Australians.
No. How about Rhea and Tegan? If that ever happens.
No, because I want Tegan and Dakota Kai to win the tag belts together.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, that would be amazing.
But
I do too, but while we wait for them, I would say that I wouldn't be against having the 2 Aussies of NXT UK as a team. I don't want them to win it. Those belts belong to the Iconics first and foremost, but
Nah, I don't want the Iconics no winning that belt.
As a team.
I don't want the Iconics no winning that belt.
Sasha and Bayley, let's go.
The Iconics need to work on their wrestling skills until they ever get near those belts. Y'all been in here in 2007, 2009. Y'all basic at best in the fucking ring. Get the fuck out of my face.
Asia, like I said to you the other day, Bailey need to tell your girl to chill out with the thirsting and focus on getting those tag titles away from mediocrity.
Been on the fucking Indies, been in NXT, been at the PC, been here since 2007, 2009. I'd rather take the Bellas over the Iconics. Y'all not Iconics, y'all overhyped.
And another thing with the Iconics, even if you are a fan of the Iconics, look how they've been booked. They've been booked like shit.
Match with Becky versus Peyton Royce this week. Come the fuck on.
They're booked like jobbers.
No, that match a jobber. They got a lot of fucking time, and even that match wasn't good.
I mean, Peyton still got bitched out, but we'll get to that later.
The fuck out of here.
We're not even Oscar can help us.
They're not good women's wrestlers, period. They don't have any value to carry those fucking belts. Those belts be a fucking joke on them, period. Y'all just like them because they came from NXT. They didn't even capitalize on Dave Meltzer shit. Because maybe they would take that Dave Meltzer shit they got a couple of months ago and actually use that fucking motivation or use social media to get themselves over to maybe get some TV time and maybe get into a decent storyline. But they can't even do that. They fucking complacent. But yet y'all been here. Y'all got Peyton. Billie Kay has more in-ring experience than Sasha fucking Banks, and she's dog shit in the fucking ring. But yet y'all want the belt on them? Oh, that's a fucking joke of the century.
They shrug.
I want to take Becky Rose and Sonya Deville as tag champions over the Iconics. I'd rather take the Bellas.
Nah.
I'd rather take the Bellas over them.
Okay, I agree with you about the Bellas, but no. Sonya and Mandy, I love Sonya, but keep that belt far away from Mandy.
We are not giving the racist the title. Fuck that.
At least they're better in-ring workers over the fucking Iconics.
That don't matter. I don't want Mandy Rose to ever have a championship.
Thank you.
It's gonna happen sooner or later. I'm giving Peyton the side eye after that post she made a couple of weeks ago with the banana.
Did she take that down yet?
No, she has not taken that shit down with her dumb ass.
Oh, I could have sworn I thought she took it down.
No, she has not with her dumb ass. But she don't know one lick of charisma that come for her. You don't know what's the fucking problem with posting a banana to a black girl, not knowing what that represents. You dumbass bitch. You dumbass. Either you're a dumbass or you're a racist dumbass.
I'm gonna go with the fact that she's ignorant because
either way, you're still dumb.
This country, so
I might as well beat your ass for the fact that you're ignorant, but yet you probably 30 years old, not realizing what the connotation of that is. Get a fucking book, read that shit, and understand what the fucking problem.
I wonder if like Naomi kind of put it to the side. It's like, bro, you do realize it's gonna make you look hella bad, right?
We texted her like, bad idea.
And she's more stupid for the fact that she didn't take her down and post a fucking apology with her dumb ass. But y'all want to tag belts on these two basic bitches. I'm so sick of y'all praising mediocrity. I'm sick of it.
I'm just saying, I'd rather have them than Mandy. Like, bro, I don't want to title on Mandy Rose. Period.
No Mandy Rose. No.
Like I'm saying, if Sasha and Bailey aren't in it, like if Io and Mia aren't in it, if those two teams were the only two, I'm damn sure picking the Iconics. Not because it's Sonya, mainly because I don't want to build anywhere in the vicinity of Mandy Rose.
I want Sonya. I want Sonya and Mandy.
Hey, I'll take it in having a racist ass.
I want Sonya to just break away from Mandy Rose so she can actually get a push and not
exactly. I want Sonya to break away from Mandy. Like I think Sonya could do wonders on her own.
Yeah,
absolutely. And not to mention, if they were to do that, it'd be one of those things where WWE would finally have a person in the LGBT community representing that community right.
It ain't making no damn sense how my fave that's been in wrestling for 2 fucking years is already better than these 2 fucking bitches that been in wrestling for 2007 and 2009. It ain't making no goddamn sense. I could cut a better promo than these 2. I'm a better wrestler. I got more fucking charisma in her fucking pinky than these 2 bitches.
I mean, since you want to bury the Iconics so bad, I'm surprised you didn't bring up Kairi Sane. She's only been wrestling since 2012.
I mean, Asia, what did you expect? She's from the SEC. The SEC dominance, baby.
Yep.
These 2 been on the fucking indies.
Again, SEC dominance, baby.
Praising everything that comes from the fucking indies. These 2 are example that not everything from the fucking indies is going to be great.
2011, I think, Cliff. I'm trying to do the
okay.
Wait, Kairi started in 2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when Stardom started. And
Jesus almighty!
Iconic, my ass.
Kairi's been wrestling for 8 years because that's when Stardom started.
Okay, so
Mayu just had her 8th anniversary, which also means that it was Kairi's anniversary because she was a part of Stardom's first class.
Okay, so but still, that's not a long time to be wrestling. Her being that good.
Speaking, we're also forgetting about the team of Io and Kairi.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
Sasha.
It's either out of that one or Io and Mia.
No, Asia. Sasha and Bailey went into Chamber WrestleMania. We get Sasha, Bailey, Io, Kairi. Can we get it? Can we please have it?
Oh, I might actually watch that. Might be a WWE match I would actually watch.
Yeah, and that's just too good. Because I mean, if they are going to do the NXT co-branding, which I hope they do.
As long as Billy and Peyton are in the Women's Battle Royal or in catering, fine.
I don't even think they're going to do another Women's Battle Royal after the debacle that happened when they tried to name it the Moolah Battle Royal.
Then let them be in catering.
They're gonna be doing something.
Yeah,
I don't know what, but they're gonna be doing something.
They'll probably cut a promo in the Battle Royal and then get eliminated like an Evolution.
Good.
No, like I said, they're probably not going to be a Battle Royal again. Again, did you not forget about the Moolah debacle?
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't call it the Moolah one. They might still just call it the WrestleMania Battle Royal or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like they don't want another issue. Like,
did she ever get that? Did Naomi ever get her trophy?
I think she did.
Did she get the trophy?
Yeah, she got the trophy.
A few months ago, where she was like, Can I have my trophy now? You guys never sent it to me.
Oh, they dead ass probably didn't give her the trophy.
Oh no! I mean, the trophy, the trophy looks like shit.
Those belts are for Sasha and Bailey. No one else, no other team. Okay, Sasha and Bailey are the ones that have the most credibility, best tag team with the best women's tag team right now, other than Io and Kyrie. That's in NXT, and even them, they just started tagging. That has the most. I'm sorry. Everyone's trying to say,
look. Your girl gonna need to focus. Your girl needs to either get the women's championship or the tag championships out of beating out with his hands. Both. She can't be out here thirsting for Finn. I get it. Finn got them sexy abs. The man got abs, but chill. You are married.
Married woman.
Bailey reminded her of that too. This is a fun gift of that.
Like Bailey is just looking at her like, bro, you are married. Chill.
He says that to her. There's a fun gif of that floating around the internet where Sasha says something vaguely flirty about Finn, like she likes his abs or whatever. Bailey like playfully punches her in the arm, and Sasha's like, "What?" And Bailey's like, "Dude, you're married."
Yeah.
Like Sasha like be playing the love like, man, because he said I can have one.
And then Bailey should have been like, I'm not talking about you being married to Mikaze. That's not who you're married to.
Exactly, like you married to me.
Do you not remember our agreement?
So we had the women's tag title announcement, them being shown. I'm not going to talk about the whole Alexa moment of bliss segment other than what Paul, that was just stupid. Other than Otis, he showed up.
I'm sorry, Otis.
He had a bunch.
Can I just say that Otis was the highlight of both Raw and SmackDown? Honestly,
yes, he was. I love his smoothie. Hey, his smoothies are delicious. I've tried them.
I ain't having none of them smoothies.
We'll get to that on SmackDown, but yeah, Otis. I mean, they gave him shit, and he turned it into chicken salad. He turned chicken shit into chicken salad with the Alexa Bliss stuff. Anything he does is entertaining. I love this man. Give him everything.
And he literally made chicken shit in a blender on SmackDown, but we'll get to that when we get
to it. Yeah, basically he did. Yeah, the chicken shit.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Then we had the debut of Nikki Cross in a tag team match with Bayley and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad eat another L.
I think I'm already gonna like Nikki Cross more on the main roster.
Yeah, me too, because they're making her like they're tuning out the crazy, honestly, on the main roster.
Thank God.
I mean, she's still nuts.
Oh yeah, no, she is. But it's not like I'm gonna throw my jacket around like a spaz and talk about I have a secret and like the moon is made of cheese and I don't know. Like she's not as crazy. She's not as insane.
It's the more put me in a strain jacket and give me a couple pills and I'll be fine in a week kind of crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
And then we had the main event in which, Finn Balor had to face Jinder Mahal for his spot for the main event to see who would face Brock Lesnar at the
Jinder, you fucking idiot.
Finn beats Jinder, but he has to compete like twice in one night against John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre.
Does this sound familiar, man?
Hey, Asia, can I say this real fast so you can get right back to what we were talking about Raw?
Yes.
Jinder, my guy. Why did you pick Finn? Obviously, the easiest choice would have been Corbin. But no, you picked Finn. Why? Because I'm a heel, I gotta pick the babyface. No, dude, you gotta.
Did he pick Finn because like, oh yeah, that's the guy I gave a concussion to? Maybe that was it.
Probably, but remember what happened after you gave him the concussion? He still beat you.
Speaking of which, Finn Balor having 2 matches in one night and being victorious. Does this sound familiar to anyone?
Like Asia, I love how me and you were talking in the hangout. We're going back and forth in the hangouts. I was talking about how I was finally becoming a fan of Jinder and thinking like, why wasn't he in this match? And then he chose Finn, and I'm just like,
no wait,
Jarvis,
he basically pulled an Eddie Dennis.
He did. He pulled an Eddie Dennis. Oh my! man, I gotta stop putting my faith in these mediocre dudes, man.
It all
This is
comes
just
back to Edward.
And Cliff, I think you referred to the fact that it's similar to his Raw debut. He competed twice in one night, and he pinned the like the face of the company on his Raw debut. He pinned Roman Reigns. This time he pinned John Cena.
I thought he pinned Corbin.
No, it was Cena.
He pinned Cena.
Oh yeah, because Cena Corbin and Corbin rolled out of the ring, and Cena caught the Claymore from my boy Zeus. And Finn shotgun drop kicked him, and then he hit the coup de grace on Cena. Okay.
Yep. And now,
and it didn't just end there. John Cena also grabbed the mic and put this boy over like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he did.
So now,
two Irish people he's put over in the span of a few weeks. By the way, Becky Lynch and now Finn.
Hey, hang on, we're forgetting something.
What we're forgetting?
What?
Asia. We forgot about the triple play powers.
Oh,
no, the title change.
Okay, hold on. It was a triple cut match with Dean as Intercontinental Champion versus Seth Rollins, who's getting his rematch versus Bobby Lashley. Lashley.
Everybody.
Lashley.
Everyone rejoice. That's the last time you will hear the words Dean Ambrose and Intercontinental Champion in the same sentence. No more, no brothers. No more.
On the phone.
We're going to have to pour one out for Dean Ambrose because he...
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, Ambrose ain't been right ever since he made that crack about Roman in that one promo.
No. Rejoice, everyone. The title is off him. Be my celebrate.
It's been like a month because he
won it. It's been too long.
He won it at TLC.
It's been too long. It's been
like 3 weeks at the minimum.
Too
3
long.
weeks to held that belt.
Thank you, Lashley.
Insert Lashley smacking his butt gif here.
Yes. You smack that ass, Lashley. You've earned it.
Dude, like, personally, man, I'm happy for Bobby Lashley because, honestly, even though with all the garbage that he's been going through, I'm still a fan of Bobby Lashley.
And, dude, his stuff with Leo Rush has been the best stuff of his main roster run so far.
Exactly.
Like it's a improvement from the sisters thing, from his debut, all that shit. Like, they're finally doing it right with him.
Oh man, I thought that sisters thing was just gonna derail everything for Lashley.
Thankfully,
and then Leo Rush showed up.
Leo Rush saved the day, and we got the triple play powers in full force.
Leo Rush is to Bobby Lashley what Tanahashi was for New Japan during the Dark Ages.
Oh no! Yeah, dude, I hope he has that kind of resurrection because I do like Bobby Lashley, and this dude, he was one of the best parts of the match. Like he was. Like, that triple threat was much better than the Dean Seth match.
It really was.
Because who was the boring motherfucker in that one match? Dean Ambrose. And who was the boring one in this match? Dean fucking Ambrose.
Apparently when they were doing, like, raw spoilers for the Dean Ambrose Apollo Crews match, they got CM Punk chants during that match.
Good.
I heard that, too.
I mean, I feel bad for Apollo Crews. But, you know.
I do too, man, because Apollo Crews is mad talented. They just never he's had the same problem he had in NXT. Very talented, but never got a character. Yeah, right when they were starting to give him a character, they called him up.
You brought back Tyler Breeze after all this time as Prince Pretty, finally back in the main roster to lose to Ambrose in 5 minutes. Like, fuck you. Like, come on.
It's man. Like I said, man. Ambrose has not been right since he made that crack about Roman.
His run has been a flop. He doesn't care. No one else cares. CM Punk chants. Yeah, thank God. That's why I'm saying thank God the title's off of him because Seth Rollins did so much for that title, and just for Ambrose to hold it and basically kill that title, thank God someone else has it. Because God, good riddance.
God damn.
I will bury Ambrose.
Of course you would, Brett. Of course you were supposed to give of Lashley. Oh, damn it. I hate you.
Yeah.
Cliff, I want you to go into your van and just bury Dean Ambrose.
I've been burying him, and I'm going to keep burying him. Ever since that heel turn, which was a great heel turn, I'm sorry, nothing he's done has been anything worth... It's been worth nothing. He's Like, he's ruined this feud. He almost ruined Seth Rollins.
Yeah, like Cliff. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like first Dean's Hero Run was okay. It was it was somewhat decent, and then it was like right after he made that little snide comment about Roman.
The sly comment about Roman.
And so many people was on Twitter and on social media whining and crying and bitching and moaning that WWE was like, all right, and they just nerfed him. They just nerfed him like Toriyama did Gohan.
And then the shots, and then the Bane shit, the meaningless promos that have no meaning, like nothing to these promos. Even with all the story Ambrose had about like him not being a champion in the Shield, him coming back from injury, and Seth Rollins literally replacing him with Jason Jordan.
And here's the thing: Ambrose almost died while he was on injury.
And you think Seth Rollins called him back? Probably not. He's too busy winning IC titles. He's too busy being the man. Well, not really, because Becky Lynch is that. He's too busy burning it down. He ain't gonna.
If we go by what Renee's saying, Seth ain't call that man at all.
Exactly. So you would think Ambrose would have all this fucking heat, all this fire, all of this pent up frustration and material to talk it, like to just destroy Rollins, but no.
Asia, I'm gonna need for you to get your man Seth Rollins and teach him how to be a better friend.
Right. It's like, well, dude, it's Dean Ambrose. He's a piece of shit, anyways. But it's like, oh, you people stink. I gotta get away from you. You guys are giving me rabies. Like, oh, this sounds horrible. Like stupid sign. This is like Seinfeld shit.
Then we got to the match at TLC.
Oh, dude, the match at TLC was so bad, bro. I fell asleep.
Literally fell asleep. Dean Ambrose, who used to have such great matches with Seth Rollins, he used to have such great chemistry, and somehow have a match with Seth and having the crowd chant boring.
Again,
that can never happen with a Seth fucking Rollins match.
I always go back to the Lumberjack match as like their best match because they took a concept and they.
Oh, you mean when Dean Ambrose actually gave a shit?
Yeah.
And he actually had character when he actually tried, when he didn't like basically sleepwalk through every fucking promo he ever did.
And the thing is,
he literally hates all of his own promos. He's talked about it. He hates his own promos. Then why are you doing them?
And the thing is, I was going to go back to that. You mentioned that Austin podcast real quick. I was going to go back to that. Remember when Austin put him on blast for not pushing the envelope in his promos?
Yep.
Yeah, and Dean was just done with the entire podcast altogether.
I'm sorry. You know what? Honestly, ever since the Brock Lesnar feud, there has been no one in this company to me that comes across like they are literally just here for the money and just here to fucking dish it more than Ambrose.
The thing is, Cliff, to kind of stop you for a sec, I don't really think it's Dean's fault. It's the writing. Like, it's one of those.
It's the writing's fault too, but I don't think Ambrose gives a shit. He's not the energy in it. Like, yes, the writers fucked it up too, but some of this has to go on the talent. Like, dude, some of this has to go on the talent. I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is, I don't think he cares because of the writing.
Bitch, don't you use that fucking excuse. Sasha Banks out here who been giving out her fucking all each fucking night despite the shitty booking she's been going through. Don't you dare use that fucking excuse.
Brandon, do I have to bring up Becky Lynch in 2017?
Don't you fucking dare use that fucking excuse.
Okay, I understand. Writing can make people jaded to the business. I understand that. Then fucking leave. There's money to be made elsewhere if you don't want to be there.
Exactly, bro. Because AEW is right there, my guy. New Japan is right there.
According to Cody Rhodes, ain't gonna have no fucking writers. They gonna rely on the fucking wrestlers to actually do the fucking shit, which is fucking dumb.
That's perfect for you.
Because that could be dangerous because somebody could be up there like a freaking Hogan, talking about only they can be the only ones to go over.
I mean, they should have. Here's the thing: they should have bookers like for who should win and lose. But for the writing of the promos, I would be fine if there was no writers, and it would benefit someone like Ambrose, who we shouldn't write for the guy. He's his own man.
The thing is, I'm just going back to that podcast with Austin because Ambrose said he wants.
Bitch, no. You would think from the fucking injury he suffered and him being out all this fucking time and then him almost dying, he would use that fucking as motivation to actually do something and actually be fucking great in the ring and actually capitalize on the fucking opportunity you do get on fucking TV. But no, he doesn't fucking do that. He showed me he hasn't. But yeah, y'all want to go and stick up and complain and rationalize this fucking bullshit?
I'm just going back to what he said on the Austin podcast.
Boo fucking who? It's been, what, 3 years since that podcast, and he can't even conjure up and actually be great from that. My fave out here had to struggle in 2018 and barely got on fucking pay-per-view, but now she's finally getting a title opportunity. He's going to give Ronda Rousey her best fucking match. You don't see her fucking phoning it in. You don't see her fucking not trying.
Honestly, I'm just going to predict it now. I think the only reason Ambrose is still in the company is because of Renee. I wouldn't be surprised if it's because of his relationship with Renee. I wouldn't be surprised.
I always want to try to belittle baby mediocrity, all that fucking bullshit. Boo fucking who?
I'm not saying Ambrose is a bad wrestler. I know he's a good wrestler, or at least a decent wrestler. I know he can be a very intriguing, interesting character, but just like...
Yeah, like Ambrose, when he gives a shit, can be a great wrestler. That's just it. He don't give a shit.
And here's the thing, even the stuff like he's done during this feud, there was that one promo near the fire, like where it's like, yeah, that's the Ambrose we've been talking about, but like I can tell from some of these other promos, he just doesn't try.
But you guys understand what my point is, right?
No, I understand what your point is, yeah, for sure. Like the writing is so bad, Ambrose is like, fuck it, why should I even bother? But like people have dealt with The Rock. Okay, look, The Rock has gotten some really shitty fucking writing.
If we want to talk about shitty booking, let's look at Cody Rhodes at the front. Let's look at Cody Rhodes when he was in WWE. He wanted to do more stuff, but they just kept saddling him with the Stardust gimmick. That's why he left.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, this shit is just. Dean Ambrose to me right now is like in the he's basically what Dolph Ziggler has been for the past few years to me.
So apparently Dolph is about to quit after Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt because I've been hearing that shit with Dolph for years now.
I'll take that with a grain of salt too.
I don't give a fuck about Dean. I don't give a fuck about Dolph at this fucking point. I don't give a fuck about the majority of the fucking men. I just care about women's wrestling at this fucking point. Let's be real. I would take Sasha Banks in the fucking ring over AJ Styles. Fight me. Sasha Banks is better than the majority, if not all, the fucking men of this fucking company. Don't at me.
To the club, Aisha.
Fucking hell. Y'all want to baby all these complacent ass, mediocre ass men because, oh, well, this happened long ago. Like my fave out here has been doing shittier booking and shittier situations in this fucking company because she gives it her fucking all every single time, every opportunity that she actually gets.
Speaking of AJ Styles, we're gonna get to his hateful. We're gonna get to his hateful.
I am sick and fucking tired of these basic ass men.
I mean, I don't. Well, my favorite ain't basic. I mean, you see Zeus out here putting on the best matches possible besides the women's match. So, hey, my man's out here calling it like you see it. Y'all motherfuckers is complacent.
Tell Dean Ambrose if he does not want to be in that fucking battle royal at WrestleMania that he needs to get his shit together. Cause he got about 3 to 4 months before he gets his. If he doesn't get his shit together, he might as well fucking leave and go to AEW. And even then, he's gonna be a mid-carder at best over there if he doesn't pull his shit together. Because let's be real, all the EX stars that leave the fucking company, they don't become fucking success when they leave the company. Look at Aaron Rex, aka the guy that was Damian Sandow.
Yeah.
Look at Enzo.
Ooh.
And here's another thing about Dean Ambrose, Lashley and Drew were successful when they left WWE.
Yes, now, but not everyone. Not fucking everyone gonna become a fucking success when they leave the fucking company. It depends on, do you want to change? Do you want to take the ball? Or do you want to be fucking complacent?
Well, here's my thing. You know who is probably gonna take that Dean Ambrose role and actually try with it? Who are probably gonna be coming back soon and can take that spot? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So
definitely.
I'm just saying, like Dean Ambrose, like Kevin and Sami are like I can see Kevin Owens. They're going to certainly reign to that IC title spot, and Ambrose will be done.
So
here's what I'm thinking: Sami's probably going to go IC title, and KO's going after Universal title. He said it. He wants the Universal title back.
I mean, either way, I'm fine. But like, I'm just going by my preference. But yeah, Well, no, because remember Owens had that picture of him biting the IC title as kind of like foreshadowing.
Oh, well, maybe so. All right, never mind.
So, yeah, we'll see.
So, Cliff, what you're saying is that you think, in spite of the bad writing, Dean should actually try.
Yes,
you should always try.
Yes, you should always try to fight the bad right, because maybe you will get a Universal title shot, or maybe you will get a Raw Women's title shot down the fucking line. Yes, you should always fucking try.
And here's the thing.
Here's kind of an example. And even though he walked out, he still gave everything he gave. He still gave everything he had. Pac, look what they saddled him with. They basically told Pac, you're sitting against the cruiserweight division. Pac was like, okay. He took the cruiserweight title and he carried that entire division on his back. And it took a shitty shirt and him being left off the WrestleMania DVD and none of that ad revenue. For him and him jobbing out to Enzo twice, and potentially a third time in that lumberjack match, where Pac said, "You know what? Screw it, I'm gone." And he went back to freaking Dragon Gate, and now he's the Open the Dream Gate champion, and possibly going to be the first AEW World Champion.
Yeah, hard work pays off, man. I'm not saying Edwards doesn't work hard because,
and I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of it.
Yeah, so I'm not even saying Dean Edwards doesn't work hard at all. I'm just saying, like, he's just. I don't know. All I'm saying is I know he can do better. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, Asia, I know exactly how you feel. I was saying the same thing about Tenille a while back.
Oh, let's not even get started on how they did Tenille. Lord.
Oh, Emelina. Ooh, my God.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
still bother her about that.
Asia,
and blame
just so you
her
know, I
for
wasn't.
that. And she's just like,
Asia,
that was
just
one of
saying.
the first questions she got upon leaving WWE on Lance Storm's podcast. If she had any idea about that, and she straight up said, "No, I have no idea where they were going with that. They never got around to telling me."
Yeah, because they fired the original guy who had the end game for it.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole thing. They had the shitty, half-baked idea, fired the guy who came up with it, and then proceeded to do everything they could with no, and then proceeded to go ahead anyways with no plan.
They should have just scrapped it completely. I mean, we would have noticed it and we would have called them out on it, but it would have been better than what we got, where they quote unquote debuted her and then she's like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm not." Dude, her debut was 7, when Goldust debuted as 7.
Yeah, they debuted her too soon because she wasn't healed from her injury yet.
And she was still going through that her scoliosis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was still having problems with her back because of the back injury that she had suffered earlier in the May before, where she suffered that really bad back injury, and she had a disc from her back that had to be removed.
I'm just glad she's doing better now.
She was a step away from being paralyzed.
Yeah, dude, she's had a lot of her skin problems.
She wasn't paralyzed.
The skin problems, the back disc, is everything going on with her. She's finally back. She's in a new stable, which we'll probably talk about later in ROH. My boy Juice.
Can we get to some of that? This WWE stuff is putting me to sleep.
Oh, we're almost done. We're gonna get to SmackDown Live soon.
Okay, I could talk about that. I'll just probably go to sleep anyways.
Asia, I wasn't trying to make you mad. I hope you.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so you guys want to talk about ROH or you want to talk about SmackDown Live first?
Maybe we need a break from WWE.
Okay, let's talk about actually, Jackie.
I need a break from y'all.
Actually, Jackie, I'm gonna let you have ROH because do you have any thoughts on that faction? By the way, there's a new faction in town.
Sick of y'all hoes.
My word is potential. I double checked to see if this timeline matched up because I was curious. Because I knew Juice Robinson used to be in NXT and FCW, and I wondered if they would have known each other at any point. And yeah, the timeline matches up. They would have been there about the same time.
It's really weird. They took basically all my favorites in ROH besides Jay Lethal and put them in one faction. And it's I want to love it so much because it has all the talent I love. I love Mark Haskins. I love Camille. I love Juice. I fucking love Bandito. Orgasmically love Bandito. He's so good. But all I could think of when I was thinking of this faction is like just weird. It's a weird faction.
It is really strange. These people don't really seem to have any common ties per se, but I guess that's what they have in common is sort of yet to be seen.
I want to.
They have hot sauce Tracy Williams, so besides Tennille, I am intrigued for him.
All I can say, yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
Impressed me.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. I mean, ROH has never given me reason to have much hope.
I mean, to be fair,
ROH and hope don't normally go together.
No, never. But
to be fair, I don't think Tracy will ever be as good as he was in Catch Point, but that's just my take.
Oh, okay.
You're right on that. You're right on that. The Catch Point was a mess.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Especially towards the tail end.
Yeah. I think the best thing to describe it would be like a very similar faction that Shine had called C4, where it was just like everybody they used and all that. People kept getting. It had a lot of potential, but people kept getting signed by WWE, and the whole thing fell apart.
That's usually what happens. Like, I think that's why they usually don't build big factions like this, because like you never know, they could just sign off like half of the faction, like the rest of the factions could be like, well, this is awkward.
Like C4 was a legitimately cool thing to give the Bullet Babe her own women's faction. Fell apart because Andrea and Kennedy Brink got signed by WWE.
I mean, Jackie, you want to talk about staples and them not going anywhere? Look at Bullet Club.
Oh God. Boy, the things I could tell you about Bullet Club.
Bullet Club seems to finally begin their shit together a little bit. Seeing as how the Elite's gone.
Yeah, the Elite is gone, and with that, I'm happy because it looks.
I don't hate Omega. I don't hate the Young Bucks, but they kind of ruined Bullet Club. I'm sorry.
And Tomo called Kitty on this shit when they were in G1. He called him on this shit. He's like, "You're supposed to be the leader. You ain't leading us. You're leading them.
You're leading the Elite. Like they're. He's basically. It's like the Wolfpack really did take over.
But they split the Wolfpack in two between Japan and America.
Yeah, exactly.
And that split just did not work.
Yeah, but now, I mean, we're finally getting to the OGs. We got Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa. Ishimori's in it, so you got some fresh blood there, which is awesome.
Robbie Eagles.
Oh, yes. I was catching up on Wrestle Kingdom. Boy, did I forget how cute Ishimori is.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He is. Those abs, though.
Oh, I mean, my boy's got to work on his abs. The guy we're gonna get to on SmackDown and NXT, but
and he got rid of the albatross of the junior division that is known as Kushida.
Hallelujah. Yes, that happened.
But now he's coming to NXT, and it's probably going to be 10 times worse.
God damn it! Or 205 Live. Or 205 Live. He's gonna take the title off Buddy Murphy.
Man, I don't want him at 205 Live. I like 205. Oh man, he's going to 205.
Either way, we're screwed.
Which I want to say something about Kushida, but I'll save it for a bit later in the podcast.
Okay. Anything else about ROH you want to talk about, Jackie? Because I'm not that up to speed on ROH other than that faction.
Same.
There's not a whole lot going on.
Kelly Klein's other than Kelly Klein's boring ass still the goddamn champion, and I want to punch a baby.
Yeah, I want to punch a whole.
Is Matt Taven still a thing?
Yes, he is.
He's probably going to be the
next champion.
He's probably going to be the next champion, too.
Hey, Jackie.
Poor idiot has hope.
Jackie, I wanted to ask you something about Kelly Klein real quick.
Go right ahead.
What's her wrestling style? And I'm asking this because she tweeted something about a shoot joint lock, like a catch style.
She can't do it. It's garbage. She garbage.
She's kind of like, I would not call her a brawler. She's very much this submissionist. Imagine Shayna Baszler if she was crappy. That's
Jesus.
Like, she's just, Kelly Klein is a very average wrestler.
So, catch wrestling, but somehow not good.
Yeah, yes. Let me see. There's a word for this. that I can't think of. Cage match.
I don't know.
Tell me the word.
I immediately regret bringing her up because anytime Kelly Klein comes up, I just fall asleep. I need to go forward.
Then go to sleep.
That's the thing. I've said before that Kelly Klein and Brandy Rhodes envision two different ways to be bad at your job.
Okay, I was just asking because she tweeted something about catch wrestling.
Style powerhouse.
She only did that for clicks, Brandon. Look, here's all you need to know about Kelly Klein.
She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, Brandon.
Oh my God, her average rating is a 4.
Yeah, Brandon. Here's all you need to know about Kelly Klein.
Her average rating is a 4.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, Brandon. Brandon. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Kelly Klein. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Kelly Klein, Brandon. She's married to B.J. Whitmer. The end.
Oh God! Oh, I feel it. Oh Jesus! Oh, the pink tights. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that bald head.
I will say that marriage is something else.
He gives beautiful.
Like, she seems like a nice chick. I feel kind of bad. She seems like a nice girl.
He gives beautiful bald spots like Champa the Shane.
Accentuates the worst way to be bad at your job. You can be a fairly average wrestler who puts people to sleep every time you go into the ring because you have no real gimmick and you're boring.
She's like,
how do you be worse than Brandy Rhodes?
She's basically Lance. She's Lance Storm. She's Lance Storm without the fucking talent.
Basically,
like I said, how do you be worse than Brandy Rhodes? How do you make even Brandy Rhodes seem entertaining?
Brandy, but they're bad on different ways. They're different ends of the spectrum of terrible. Kelly Klein is bad at her job because she is boring as shit. Brandy Rhodes is bad at her job because she cannot wrestle.
Brandy, I almost rather take Brandy Rhodes.
You can't wrestle away. I mean, I've seen some Brandy Rhodes matches. God, I don't know how she hasn't injured herself more.
You know what?
She constantly looks like she misses the mark constantly. She'll botch a move, trip over her own feet.
She does everything in that ring. Just that's almost what makes her that's almost what makes her more entertaining. She literally can do nothing right. It's almost fascinating.
Exactly.
It's honestly, I think any Brandy Rhodes match. Here's the thing: if there's someone like Matthew who loves to watch the botches, Brandy Rhodes is a must-watch for you. Every match she has is a must-see match. I'm surprised
she doesn't make it on Botchamania more often.
At least she gives you that material. Kelly Klein is bad, because Brandy Rhodes at least will elicit a reaction, whether a bad or good one. And at least in the ring, she's so bad that it's like there's something that's gonna be so bad that you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna remember that for a while. I can't tell you one thing about Kelly Klein that's memorable. She doesn't talk that much. She's just boring. She's just decent and boring.
Taylor Hendricks cut an interesting promo on her once. That's the most notable fact about Kelly Klein. A promo somebody else cut on her.
Kelly Klein is rye bread. That's what she is. She's rye bread. It really exists, and it's just there. There's nothing special about it.
Again,
and you can only have a good sandwich with it if you put something like tuna or turkey or whatever.
Again, I'm just saying the fact that you can take something as awesome as catch wrestling and make it boring.
Oh man, Come on now! Like you have people like Shayna. When you have people like Shayna Baszler doing catch wrestling great, come on, you need to do better.
Yeah, she's like a powerhouse mixed with catch wrestling.
I mean, and hey, me and Asian will drag Shayna later, but at least Shayna fucking can do catch wrestling right.
I mean, hey, if you're trained by Billy Robinson, yeah, you can do catch wrestling right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Who are Kelly Klein's trainers? Let me even see, because I know she's from like the Midwest, and there's a few things. Okay, I don't know these people that much, so you guys tell me if any of these people ring any bells. Les Thatcher.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Les Thatcher.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Wang Yang.
Jimmy Wang Yang? Or a fucking guy from the... Yeah.
Apparently these people talk Kelly Klein how to wrestle.
Oh, okay. I like Jimmy Wang Yang. I like Les Thatcher.
I don't know if any of that makes any sense, so I'm just like, does that add or make any more sense to the context? Like, when you hear that, you go, that explains it.
No, I like Jimmy Wang Yang, man. He was entertaining.
Okay, so it is one of those, she has this much training and she's still awful.
She's just boring.
Yeah. Pretty much, because it's not like she can't wrestle.
She's not even terrible. She's just boring.
She can do the moves, and she can execute the moves and all that. She doesn't botch anything. She doesn't trip over her own feet like Brandy does. She's never hurt anyone.
She's irritatingly normal.
She just doesn't know a way to make them entertaining.
She's horribly normal.
Exactly. She is horribly average. That's why her rating is her rating on Cage Match is a 4.81, so she's sitting just below a 5 out of 10. That
says it all.
That seems about right.
That says it all.
So real quick about Kushida, I just want to say, like, the big problem that a lot of people say is like, he always looks invincible, like he doesn't get hurt. So, AKA, he needs to work on his selling. WWE could probably help him out with that.
Yeah, probably. I was always under the impression that Kushida's problem was that he was kind of like Randy Orton, where he just didn't really seem to give a fuck.
Well, not even. I think it was just their overbooking of him. The way he wrestles, where it's like you can literally get no moves on him without him countering everything.
Well, I'm saying like he'll probably allow moves now because it's a WWE.
Yeah. I think Kushida will be better in WWE than in New Japan.
He'll be the best version of himself and people.
Yeah, there you go. He'll be the best version of himself. And let's not have that little kid there, because God, he's giving me nightmares now. But
I'm trying to figure out what it is with Kushida and Back to the Future. I asked.
He's a mark for 80s shit, okay? That's his gimmick.
Well, Discord about that, because I was curious. I was like, does anybody know what's up with him in Back to the Future? I've never seen somebody who likes Back to the Future as much as Kushida does.
Because, I don't know, American stuff. It's novel, I guess. But yeah.
I just found that interesting, because I'm like, Back to the Future is a good franchise, don't get me wrong, but I've never seen anybody like it as much as he does.
I mean,
that's a little suspicious.
I mean, at least Kushida has good taste in films, so we can say that.
Yeah, that's true. He watches good movies. He might have watched those movies one too many times. I wonder if he watches Doctor Who. I feel like that would be right.
Oh, you know he probably binges Doctor
Who. Doctor Who, the Time Warp Trio.
So you guys want to get? I'm sorry. Do you guys want to get
a list of what Kushida watches on Netflix?
Oh no! Yeah, I was not gonna do this shit there. Do you guys want to get into SmackDown, real quick, and then we'll get back to NXT and shit like that, and then we'll probably talk about a few things on social media and shit. Because I gotta talk about SmackDown Live because two things in particular on that show that just gave me life. I will never forget this SmackDown for two great things. The first thing, and I'm actually going to go out of order because I think this needs to be talked about first. God damn it, that Rey versus Andrade match was just... holy fuck. Here's the thing. This is not the first time they faced off. Every match they've had, it's been pretty good. They got a decent amount of time the last time. We even saw a Canadian Destroyer from Rey Mysterio. I don't know what it was about this match, but...
Mexican Destroyer.
Mexican Destroyer. Something clicked in this match in particular. And the crowd, if anyone noticed during the entrances, they popped for Rey, but Andrade got nothing. No reaction at all. And in about 15... I haven't looked at the actual runtime for it, but like 15 or 20 minutes, they had that crowd so hooked. Already a match of the year candidate. Here's the thing. Before I get into like the details of the match, when you have people comparing Andrade, like people have compared him to Rey Mysterio, like a few people in NXT, like while he was there, kind of compared him to Eddie Guerrero, like compared Andrade to Eddie Guerrero. But after this match, it was everywhere. Like this, and I think it was even someone tweeted about it backstage. Said like watching you two remind me of you and Eddie, which also brings up a point. If anyone, Brandon, you watched the match, right?
Yep.
You remember what color Rey Mysterio was wearing?
Purple.
You remember the color he wore in his match against Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc? That match that everyone talks about as an instant classic? What was the color he was wearing?
Purple.
Purple.
Although, granted, not as much purple in that.
No, there was a lot of purple now. That was all purple. That was a weird attire, actually. That was like a purple onesie?
Yeah. And also, not to mention, this is the first time a variation of the pile driver has been used in the WWE, not counting Kane or Undertaker since 2013.
Well, other than their other match, which was only like a few weeks ago.
But you know what I mean, right?
Right.
The fact that
the
fact that Rey is being allowed to bring a variation of
basically since CM Punk in 2013. Yeah, like in 2013 against Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, everyone flipped out when that happened. Oh, it was great. But yeah, this match was just incredible. All the chain wrestling. Like, dude, Andrade, he's it. And finally, first of all, if it took a fucking name change, do you guys want to get the name change out of the way? I hated it at first. Yeah, Andrade Cien Almas. Cien Almas is not a thing. I guess it's too long because people are just dumb and they can't read. So, make everything simple for the stupid kids out there. I don't know. But yeah, he's just Andrade.
As far as I'm concerned, he's still Andrade Cien Almas. And they're just putting his nickname there because it's easier.
It sounds good. I like the full name as it is.
Yeah, I don't really consider it a name. I don't really consider it a name change. Because they didn't, as far as I'm concerned, he still has the full name. They didn't actually, it's almost, at least to me, it's almost like they didn't actually change it. They're just putting the nickname on the title cards and saying that because they're too lazy to say anything else.
Well, but literally they announced it Andrade. They announced his name as just Andrade. His nameplate is just Andrade. It's literally just Andrade now.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
But still, if it takes this brilliant professional wrestler finally getting a push, and here's another example, Dean Ambrose. Yeah, you know who else got kind of shitty booking and like no any placement on the card whatsoever? Andrade Cien Almas. Another example of a guy when he came into SmackDown. They didn't even give him a match at first. It took him forever to debut him. They were going to debut him in like May, and it didn't happen. They were going to debut him in June. It took them forever just to debut the fucking guy after hyping him up all this time. Then just be feuding with Sin Cara. And even then, he gave Sin Cara the best matches he's had on the main roster in a long time. And you give him...
Like I said, I've known for years
you give him one opening, and he is taking full advantage of it. What's up, Jackie?
Like I said, I've known since the first time I saw that man that he was going by Manny Andrade before he even had the first of his debuts aired on NXT TV, where he had this piss break match at the NXT house show I attended, and it was the best thing ever.
And didn't they chant who are you?
This is awesome.
Didn't they chant like who's this guy or something like before the match?
Yeah, the match started off with the people chanting "Who are you?" at both of them. And by the end of this 10-minute piss break match, it was "This is awesome."
Exactly. Andrade.
10 minutes.
He's one of the only guys like Ishii. He really doesn't remind me of Ishii.
Of all people.
Yes. Yeah, the whole fucking people.
He managed to get people to chant "This is awesome" at Riddick Moss.
Yeah, but Riddick fucking Moss. The guy who injured Hideo Itami. Riddick Moss. The guy who has done nothing. Who's probably going to get released soon. I'm surprised he isn't released already. Andrade made magic with him. He made magic with Sin Cara. He made magic with Johnny Gargano. And of course he's gonna make magic with the Ray. And it's just
you
give him one.
You give him one. Every time he steps into the ring, you give him
one. You give him one opening, and he will steal the show. He will prove that no one on this planet, in the ring, purely in the ring. No offense to AJ Styles. No offense to my girl Becky Lynch. No offense to Sasha Banks. Any of them, besides maybe Ishii, there's no one in that ring compares to Andrade. No one. That match was fucking incredible. One of the best Lucha Libre matches I've seen in years. And it was on a random episode of SmackDown where no one saw that coming. Like, we knew it was going to be a really good match like the one they had last time. We didn't think it was going to be that. I think the big one was the Hurricane Rana spot off the apron from Ray, where, like, Andrade literally bounced and it looked fucking really painful. Like, Asia's already bitching at me for mentioning Sasha Banks. I'm sorry! Sasha versus Andrade, like, I'm sorry, it's tough. It's too good. And now she's out of chat.
Some time to cool off.
Yeah. But, amazing match. I nothing more I can say. Traverse gone? Alright. And Brandon, any other thoughts on the match? Since I've been going on for too long anyways.
We lost our people while live on air.
Somewhere in Canada, P.D. Williams is weeping.
You're so right.
It's not gonna happen, Brandon. It's not gonna happen. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what's the bigger atrocity. Someone else is using his move, or someone kicked out of it.
I think PD will be okay.
That was a destroyer.
I think a little PD Pump will he'll forget about this moment in about a week or so. He'll be just fine. He still has the stories about Scott Steiner going to Panera Bread or Cracker Barrel, so I mean he's okay. He'll be fine. Speaking of Scott Steiner, after NXT, we'll talk a little bit about TNA.
Cliff, they're called Impact now, you pleb.
Impact Wrestling. It's called Impact Wrestling. God.
Impact, GFW, Impact, GW, TNA.
TNA, GFW, Impact Wrestling Association. I don't know, something like that.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins Wrestling. I gotta talk about the other segment on the show. Actually, there's two other segments. One of them is amazing, and the other one is questionable. I'm gonna get to the questionable first. What the hell was AJ Styles doing after the match with Asuka or with Becky and Peyton? What the hell was he doing?
Who knows?
What the hell was that? What? Becky and Asuka are having a stare down. They're having their own little thing, and you just can't wait. You have to do a little jog around the ring because you didn't have any other TV time. What are you doing? You look at Becky.
He was like, yeah, I want to pop.
Just takes a jog around the ring because he.
I need to stay around the ring. He went to the concession stand for no reason. This is almost. It wasn't worse than the Alexa segment, but it was way. Okay, it was like the Alexa segment, but it was a lot funnier.
Yeah.
But it just has no purpose.
Brother.
Why?
Dude, these abs don't come on their own when you've got 3 kids.
Like, you really jealous of all the attention that even though getting on SmackDown, and he's like, I don't know, this is the house I built. What are they doing in my house? I need to check up here. I need to clean up. This ain't right.
Okay, I've always been confused about that saying that AJ says. Okay, AJ built the house. Paige owns that house.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's in Taker's yard.
But then Roman took the yard.
Okay, so who owns what?
Roman owns the yard that holds the house that AJ builds that Paige lives in.
Exactly. Paige lives in the house, AJ is the architect. Sorry, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins filed lawsuit.
Undertaker owns the property, and Roman bought that from him.
Oh, bought the property from him. Yes, of course.
Okay, so Roman owns the lease, and I guess.
But here's the thing that happened. But no, here's the thing that happened.
Paige lives in the house.
But you bring up Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was originally the architect. AJ Styles decided to architect another house because he didn't like Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins, in response, decides to burn it down. And now we're left with rubble. Yeah. And that's the really odd fable of wrestlers' lives living. But yeah. But that happened. I think AJ is either racist, sexist, and or homophobic. Probably all three. He saw Becky and Asuka staring down. He was afraid they were going to kiss. He came out. He's like, "We ain't having that on our family friendly channel.
Dude, Southern white men do that.
We ain't having this in our family friendly channel." And then he saw like Becky Lynch like calling herself a man. He's like, "No, I'm a man. I got a dick." It's somewhat big.
He started calling herself the man. He got confused.
He's He's like, "Wait, I'm trying to look here. I don't. He's like, I don't see it. I don't see it."
Yep. Speaking of AJ Styles, I have to say, for as much as people, I want to look back quickly at his tenure as leader of the Bullet Club. I think he did a pretty good job with that character, considering everybody said that it was really out of his wheelhouse because he's this soft-spoken, religious Southern man, the good Christian dad.
Southern religious man doing crotch chops.
Yeah, he's the good Christian dad.
Good Christian dad's telling everyone to suck it. That's kind of just, I don't know. You have to think AJ wasn't too comfortable with that. But then again, aren't the Young Bucks the Young Bucks aren't Southern, they're from California, but they're also good Christian boys.
That is the gimmick, yes.
So it's just, either that or Kevin Owens has made it all that shit up and they're just like, these crazy Satanists. I don't know. But, yeah, exactly. But now we're going backwards. I have to talk about, and I'm going to let you guys have the ball with the rest, and I'm going to actually, hopefully Asia will come back for NXT, and I'll let her know so we can all let her have her Bianca moment because Bianca was amazing. However, I have to have my Becky moment because two spots in this show just made me so happy. First of all, we see Becky Lynch walking backstage with her strut, with the man strut that has become a signature of her own. Her BMF walk it's just beautiful. Stone Cold eat your heart out. And then Kayla Braxton, the bitch that can't catch keys, I think came up to Becky, interviewed her, basically saying like you think I'm not ready for Asuka, like she's about to find that out that I'm ready and I am the man and all this shit. And she just throws the keys to Kayla. She drops them. Becky says, "Good catch," and just walks off. Just like a fucking badass. And then we see it the second time. Our beautiful, oh my god, our beloved big dozer, Otis Dozovic, just with the New Day making shakes, And I mean, these are quite delicious shakes. Brandon, do you want to tell these people the ingredients of the new Otis Dozovic protein shake?
Okay, steak, obviously.
Steak, of course.
I think it was, I can't remember exactly. Steak was a big part of it. Steak, I think it was steak, milk.
Yes.
Protein powder. I think there was protein powder in it.
I think that might have been last. No, milk was last.
Yes.
No, pancakes were last. Actually, no, sorry.
Yeah, steak, milk, pancakes, protein powder. And I think something else too.
Tuna.
And eggs.
No, not just eggs. Whole eggs with the shell. With the shell. Just throws them in. Didn't crack them. Just threw eggs in there. And I think after the eggs, that's when he threw on top the pancakes. And it just started just blending.
Delicious and
nutritious. And then afterwards, he's like, "Oh yeah!" It's just the best. And the thing with Otis, you can barely hear you barely see his lips move. He's just like, oh yeah, just God, he's the best.
New Day looked scared.
They looked horrified, disgusted. Xavier Woods said, "Oh no!" And then, God, Otis is just the best thing ever. And apparently, we're boring Asia, so yeah, we'll look at that later.
Becky
yeah, I'm gonna let you have this.
Becky walks by them, and Otis, I think, either offers her a drink or she just does that.
Oh no! I think Otis like very subtly kind of held the protein shake out, like, pretty lady.
Becky, without even hesitating, like there's no hesitation on her face.
Oh yeah, no, because he asked and she's like, sure.
She grabs the thing and just chugs.
She doesn't take a sip. She chugs this thing down. Like, oh my God. Like, she went all in on this. She barely even flinched.
And to list the ingredients: steak, milk, eggs,
tuna, and pancakes. I don't even think protein powder was in there. Just drinks it up, puts it down, makes no facial expression. It's a little weak. Walks off. And before that, the best part of the whole thing, when Becky shows up, New Day acts so shocked. They all look at her, and Xavier, with a shocked look on his face, just unzips his jacket and reveals the man's shirt. That was the best thing I've ever seen. He has that shit on him, fucking, for some reason, just in case Becky shows up.
What gets me is Becky Lynch calling a shake, which, let's be real life, that was probably the most disgusting thing she's ever drank.
And she's a vegan, apparently.
She is. You know,
she's a vegan.
Also,
proving that you can be vegan and not be preachy.
I was just about to say.
Kimber.
Look at you,
Kimberly.
But yeah, that was honestly, that had to be the most disgusting thing she's ever drank, and she just does it.
She just did it. No, again, eating meat for the first time ever, and probably the worst way possible. Like the tuna fish and the cows just in her gulp, and no facial expression. It's a little weak. Walks off, probably thinking, "God damn it, I'm never doing that shit again."
Because A, it goes against her principles, and B, is probably super gross, but she did it
because she's the man. She doesn't give a fuck.
Again, we talked about Ambrose. We talked about Ambrose not trying. Becky Lynch,
Becky will do anything. Be great.
I got news for you, baby. You're looking at the man.
Yes. Oh, but that wasn't even the end of it. Because Becky has a match. And I'm not even going to talk about the match. Because to me, this match only lasted for 10 seconds. Because it should have ended after one move. One of the best things I've ever seen. I swear to God, if we were live reacting, Asia probably would have popped so hard because of how much she hates Peyton Royce, especially after the banana shit. Peyton Royce, when the match starts, first of all, Becky's in jeans and her usual the man gear, not even in her ring gear, just jeans, boots, and her shirt. And Peyton reaches her hand out for a handshake. Becky Lynch walks up. Hand out. Fist out. Fist to the throat. In like one swift motion. It was the. I have to. Fuck it. Brandon, talk about it. I have to show this in chat because this is. Dude, you know, you saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh my God. I don't even hate Peyton Royce, but oh my God. That was the most beautiful thing. Dude, she took notes from Ishii, dude. I mean, now she didn't chop her in the throat. Unfortunately. No one needs that, but
I would say she did something worse.
Speaking of Ishii, that reminds me something about Stardom that I will have to come back to.
Which, Cliff, I'm going to say, to me, Becky did something worse because legitimately a punch to the throat can kill you if done wrong.
If done wrong, and if done at all. Here's the thing. With Ishii's throat chops, he actually does chop him in the throat. I don't think Becky actually punched Peyton in the throat.
Oh, no, it was a work punch, but I'm just saying.
Exactly, yeah. And kayfabe, yes, a throat punch should, like, almost kill you.
I'm just saying, if Becky hadn't worked that punch, Peyton would be dead.
So basically, if she was Nia Jax, Peyton Royce would be dead.
Yeah, more or less.
Can you imagine asking Nia Jax, hey, you're going to do a throat punch to someone?
Well, you know why the thing's dangerous, right? Because my buddy who's in the National Guard explained it, like, if you punch someone fast enough and hard enough in the throat, it basically closes off your larynx.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, like, you don't have to explain it. Like, a punch to the larynx, it'll just throw everything off. Like, you're going to be fucking dead. Like, that shit, like, and it looked, she worked it so well, because I could tell she didn't hit her, but it was so fast, and you could see her pulling it, but it looked so badass. And it just looked so savage. Just and like, yeah, shake your head. Fuck you.
And the thing is, on Peyton's end, she sold it like she almost did die.
And she sold it well. I mean, if there's any time, here's the thing. Peyton Royce is the biggest overseller in the history of this business. Bigger than Shawn Michaels, bigger than anyone I've ever seen in my life. Peyton Royce flops around like a fish. But if there's any time to oversell, that's the time to do it. Mm-hmm. I'm serious, though. Peyton Royce oversells like crazy. It's not even fun.
A little bit, yeah.
He goes ridiculous. She's full on Shawn Michaels with that selling. Dude, remember like Takeover where she sold the Eclipse? Dude, her selling of the Eclipse, woo, like still like a freaking spin in the air. Like, Jesus, Peyton. I mean, I think it's hilarious, but come on, girl. But yeah,
nowhere near as bad as Shawn Michaels at that.
Oh no! Not as bad as with Hogan. No, not like driving your face into the turnbuckle and then doing a goddamn whisper in the wind. Basically.
Looking at you, Jeff.
Yeah, oh my God.
Crowd says nothing.
You're gonna use all.
Jumps off something high.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, you do.
Crowd, it does nothing. Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder try to sell so hard, the nosebleeds are cringing.
Okay, so that was SmackDown for me. Do you guys have anything else to, Brandon, do you have anything else about SmackDown that I missed that you want to talk about? Oh, other than the Naomi brawl, which was fucking amazing.
I was just going to say, as far as Otis's shake is concerned, I actually might try to make that. Just for some weird, sick curiosity.
Have fun with that, dude, and if you die of food poisoning, let us know, and leave us some shit in your will.
But yeah. So yeah, that was SmackDown. Yeah, because like, the rest of the show, I mean, honestly, the rest of the show kind of sucked. The main event segment sucked. That was stupid. With Shane McMahon, that, like, the fact that Rey Andrade went on and you main evented a goddamn Shane McMahon birthday.
I mean, he's the best wrestler in the world, don't you know?
That's no. No. But yeah. I don't think I want Asia in here for NXT.
In the day, WWE will always be the McMahon family circus.
Yeah.
Do we want to go to Impact or Stardom or something?
I mean, I want to go to Impact, but I mean, I don't know what Cliff does.
You guys can talk about whatever right now. I'm going to see if Asia wants to talk about NXT or if she's just done today. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you guys can talk about Impact, and I'll talk about NXT last. And
okay.
Yeah.
I thought Impact was pretty lit.
It was.
Agreed.
Yeah. Some weird stuff on the show.
I mean, it's Impact, so you're always going to get that. Take the good with the bad.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Like, especially compared to like how it used to be. Like, it's
it's definitely gotten better.
Leaps and bounds. Like, you got like the right people are in the right spots. Like Johnny Mundo's the world champion. Like, even though the ending to that show was pretty weak,
Also,
you got Brian Cage. You got Kevin fucking Cross. Basically, I'm predicting he's going to be the next goddamn champion eventually.
Also, can I just say, screw them having a TV. Again, Impact's had some failed TV deals, but it's awesome that they finally have a platform on Twitch.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great way for them, especially because, and that's why I think, like with the events in Canada and Mexico and all that, Anthem is really taking advantage of the fact that Impact is more popular abroad.
Yeah.
Like, it's an American company, but it is way more popular outside of the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it's the preferred TV company in Canada to WWE. People like Impact better.
Yeah, Canada loves Impact. I can confirm that.
I mean, dude, we got the return of the promo god, the big bad booty daddy himself.
Oh. And by the way, the channel that does Scott Steiner videos.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Big Black Booty Daddy. He titled that whole segment, "Scott Steiner saves Hoochie from terrorists and gets lap dance." That
a half lap dance.
like 5 seconds.
Which I got to call Impact out on this again with the gimmicks of those guys ruining a Scarlet Bordeaux segment.
So fucking generic. It's straight out of the Attitude Era, dude. It's the same gimmick as Oh god, there was a staple just like that in 1998 Attitude Era.
Well, I was going to say it's a little heavy-handed on the racism there, guys.
But yeah, dude, like WWF did the same shit. They did the same shit in 1998 with some faction. What the fuck was it?
Oh, I thought you were making a joke. You were.
No. There was a stable. This is basically a ripoff of a thing from the Attitude Era.
It wasn't Right to Censor, right? That didn't come.
No, not Right to Censor. No, this is before Right to Censor.
Okay. Well, Right to Censor.
It's kind of a combination of that stable and Right to Censor, but
yeah, essentially.
Oh, wait, it was led by Tiger Ali Singh.
Which Tiger Ali Singh got the crap kicked out of him by Kurt Angle because that was his debut.
He's the guy who would bring out random people to do really degrading things for money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like to show how America is trash and shit like that. So it's basically a combination of those two. It's stupid. And that's kind of the part of the show where I was kind of like, eh.
Again,
but I mean, because at that point I was kind of like, okay, I don't see the appeal of Impact right now. And then the sirens hit.
And
although, wait, no, there was one great line by the leader. He says, "America does not want to see you clothesless." He literally said, "Clothesless." I don't know why, but that made me laugh.
I will admit, I have no idea who those dudes are. I assume by the turbans that they're probably Sikhs, and I guess that's their gimmick that they are.
They're called the Desi Hit Squad.
That they're from Punjabi.
Yeah, the Desi Hit Squad. And yeah, they're basically like, no one wants to see you strip naked and blah blah blah. No one wants to see you clothesless. So that just made me laugh. But then the sirens hit, and the gates of heaven opened up, and out came an angel.
He's back.
He's back.
A very buff, maybe on steroids, angel.
What a beautiful human being Scott Steiner is. He comes out with his just... Oh my god. Scott Steiner is a gift to this earth. Please, can he be the one... He and Iron Sheik, can they just be the two people that just never die?
If Kevin Cross wasn't a thing, I want Scott Steiner to be Impact champion.
I want Scott Steiner versus Johnny Impact, and I'll probably immediately regret it, but for now I want it.
I want Scott Steiner versus Killer Cross, and I'm in the same boat as you.
Well, I don't want Kevin Cross to die.
Kevin Cross is a creepy dude. He'll live.
Well, I mean, he'll resurrect himself. I mean, maybe he'll die and resurrect himself, but then Scott Steiner will die or kill him again. It's Scott Steiner. Those peaks. Come on now. But yeah, he comes out basically like, you're I hate people like you. Oh no, he told some random story about killing a deer or not really a deer in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to get a cheap pop by mentioning Detroit, even though they're in not Detroit. Which is just
basically it's this whole roundabout thing where Scott basically says, the lady's gonna do what she's gonna do, let her do it.
No. Is that one thing they know about Freakzilla is that he likes his freaks and he likes to see his freaks get his freak on, and you ruined that. And then while he was talking, some dipshit tried to attack him from behind, and he just turned around. Boom. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna freak up!" He just punched him. Started just doing the laziest clotheslines ever, but it's Scott Steiner, so they look awesome. Scott Steiner can still throw a damn good belly to belly.
Yeah, he really can.
I mean, he kind of almost fell over, but the dude's so strong it doesn't matter.
Again, he can throw a really good belly to belly when people aren't sandbagging him.
Mm-hmm. And he even did a double Steiner recliner, which for some reason people were saying it looked stupid. Here's the thing: he's done a triple Steiner recliner. He's done a triple before. If you think the double looks stupid, go. He did it in 2001 in WCW. He literally did a triple camel clutch. Because, yes, his arms are that strong. Whereas somehow he pulls on one guy's chin, their head just pulls on the other guy's chin, and then the other guy pulls on the other guy's chin. It's just this chain reaction. I don't know how to describe it, but it's awesome, and it's Scott Steiner, so I won't question it.
Which I think after this, then it was the LAX segment, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love LAX.
Dude, they're so good. And it's one of those things too. I think people tend to forget how good Conan actually is.
Oh, gee. Old school. I mean, I like the new LAX, but nothing beats old school LAX for me. Just
again, especially on the microphone.
Conan. I think he's kind of a dipshit, like as far as like some of his booking and some of his shit, like behind the scenes. But as a promo and as a character, oh my god!
If there's one person that could probably top Scott Steiner on the microphone, it's Conan.
We need that battle. Dude, have they? I need to go look because I know they were in the company at the same time at one point.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, I gotta see it.
Just look at the Scott Steiner World Famous promo.
Oh yeah, because he's probably making racist comments about Mexicans. I'm sure.
No, not per se. He just talks about how famous he is, and
okay. So that's pretty good for Scott Steiner. Hey, no racism involved. That's good to know.
And as I say, Conan pretty much just murders him on the mic.
And that's why he had to bring up Mexico. Well, no, that's the deal. He only brings up Mexico when it comes to Canadians because it's Mexico North. But yeah. That's the thing. He's fine with Mexicans. He hates Canadians. I don't know what Canada did to Scott Steiner, but he hates Canada.
To give me an idea, Conan called Scott Steiner baby nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Damn. Dude. And that's the crazy thing. Impact is also most popular in Canada, so.
Which.
Kind of bad idea to be bashing Canada, Scott.
Which we also had Jackie's girl, Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, Jackie, you have the floor.
My champion.
You have the floor.
My champion, Tessa got screwed. Hashtag Tessa got screwed.
Hey, maybe if Tessa didn't fucking touch Gail Kim in the first place, maybe she wouldn't have eaten the goddamn Eat the Feet. Think of that.
Feet.
Well,
there has to be a line drawn here.
And no!
A little bit.
And no! And new.
Yes, and new. I'm not unhappy for Taya, but I am saying that finisher was bullshit. Shit, you don't.
It wasn't nearly as bad as the finish in the main event.
Tessa shoved Gail a little bit.
She was trying to push Gail around like she was nothing, and you push around a referee long, they're not gonna fucking take their bullshit anymore.
She pushed Gail a teeny bit, and in response, Gail hit her fucking finisher on her.
Well, that's what happens. You put your hands on me. That's what happens when you put your hands on me. I'll put my feet on you.
That was funny. And still, that is unequal retribution. And don't you? I don't know. I feel like it's not interference, but there's definitely abuse of power there. At least in my opinion, because I'm like, can she do that?
Hey, you know who knows what Tessa could have done afterwards? She was pushing her around, but maybe Gail makes one bad count, and maybe Tessa's like, I'm gonna DDT your ass. Fuck you. Because you know what Impact will do? They'll just bring back another referee.
Which then I think after that, then we get Kevin the main event, or we get a promo before the main event.
That was a even worse finish.
Oh, you're talking about the main event between Cross and...
No, I was thinking the main event between Mundo and Cage.
I'm talking about
Homecoming.
I'm talking about what happened this Thursday.
Okay, yeah, because we were talking about
this Thursday,
we were talking about Tessa.
Oh,
yeah, but
So, Kevin Cross has a backstage interview about the event, and needs to say he is not happy.
I would not think so. He didn't look happy after Homecoming.
He basically blames Johnny Mundo, and he says he pretty much stole his life.
Dang.
And then
how many you really feel?
They go out and
that's what I was thinking.
Then they go out and have what I thought was a pretty good match.
Oh yeah, well between Mundo and Cross, yeah, I watched that match. That was really good.
Which I just wanted to put this in perspective. I don't know if you guys know this. Cross does have a shoot background in boxing.
I thought I heard something about that. That doesn't surprise me though.
Specifically bare knuckle boxing.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's awesome. Nope. Yeah, if you told me Kevin Cross bare knuckle box, I'd be like, yeah, sounds all right.
Bare knuckle boxing, and I think a little bit of judo.
Dude, Kevin Cross versus Wade Barrett bare knuckle fight. Let's go.
Ooh, dude.
Wade Barrett would fucking die.
Dude, someone's losing teeth.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Yeah, here's your teeth. But yeah, that was a good match. Mundo is still king of the world though. But I honestly, all joking aside, I cannot wait for Kevin Cross to win that title. Do you think Kevin Cross is getting it and then Brian Cage is winning it off him?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm saying that too.
I think Cross and Cage is the match because you have two behemoths.
Exactly. There's two monsters among men. Yeah.
And can I just say, Cross doing the thing where he basically gets up from the chair, gets up from being knocked out like an unkillable monster.
Oh, God, he's so good.
Again, I don't know I don't think he has a single flaw in his game because he's great in ring and he's really good at promos. He's an amazing character.
Oh, he's the total package, dude. There's as a character he's on point, as a promo he's on point, in that ring he's on point.
How WWE didn't get their claws on him?
Well, how they didn't get they did get their claws on Brian Cage, but they're like, oh, you're not built enough. And look at him now.
And then he got swole.
And then then WWE's like, oh shit, what have we done?
But apparently, speaking of that, Cross at one point did cut a promo on that, saying he talked about quote unquote major companies and how he had things with them and that he wanted to do, but I mean he ultimately decided not to do it because they thought because he basically cut a kayfabe promo saying he was too quote unquote dangerous.
Okay. I
need to share with you that $9.99 that $9.99 promo he did.
Oh shit! Sounds amazing, dude. I'm down. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, I can already imagine it's great. Kevin Cross is legit, man.
Again, great in ring, great promo, great character. Again, I think this match is also another thing. Again, also another thing too. You know one of my favorite things in wrestling, right? What's one of my favorite things?
Death matches.
Well, okay.
That's wrestling.
I mean, in terms of what a wrestler does. What's my...
Baby. I don't know.
When a wrestler takes moves that you wouldn't think would get a 3.
So taking a move that's basic, like a sleeper, and legitimizing it.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that with the claw?
The cross jacket, the sleeper hold.
The sleeper hold, yeah. Well, he also had a claw, right?
Yes, he did in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Again, something simple made it work.
Again, a suplex variation.
Yeah.
He calls it the Doomsday Saito, and it's accurate.
Yeah.
Because most suplexes, it looks like you land on your shoulders or your back. This, it looks like he drops you on your head.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how you want to make it, no matter how you fall, it looks like you land on your head.
It looks gnarly, to say the least. But yeah, so that anything actually also the Rosemary stuff. Well, I think it was like the opening match, right?
I actually joined Impact kind of late. I joined around the Scott Steiner and Scarlett Bordeaux thing.
There was a video package for Su Yung and Allie.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to get her tonight, but we never did. Thanks, Impact, for the
phone. Thanks a lot. Thanks for instead giving us those like throwback on certain channels, throwback retro like on this day on Impact, Jeff Hardy jumped off of this thing and hurt himself. Like thanks. We didn't need a throwback to that.
Jeff Hardy jumped off a thing anyway.
And I think like that's the thing. I only remember certain things from that episode of Impact was because a lot of it was recaps of older matches.
Exactly.
Because
this was very much
because you remember
the post pay-per-view Raw, but there was some follow-up. But at the same time, like
because
it very much screamed the first in a set of tapings.
Because they promote that GWN thing.
Yeah, that's the app that they have. That's their like streaming service where you can watch Impact and a few other promotions.
And I think
they had deals with like
And I think like
especially plays nicely into the Allie Rosemary thing because with that app you can watch Smash Wrestling Canada.
And I think like that's the thing as to why I didn't remember much from this Impact episode outside of those few segments we listed, because that was the important stuff, because the rest of it was all highlights from GWN.
Yeah, that's true.
Some great highlights.
Was a weird episode to start off on.
Some great highlights.
The fact that they had this venue for a night and then had plans to film the rest of the tapings. Like they just filmed one episode's worth of shit as quickly as possible, and then immediately went to Mexico where they would finish the tapings. So I'm hoping, assuming, praying that the rest of these are going to be better.
Again, great highlights. There was a triple threat with, I can't remember who was in that triple threat they showed. Cliff, do you remember?
In the triple threat, what were we talking about?
That GWN highlight thing, the one where that one guy bled a lot.
I did not remember actually. Fuck.
I think it was. No, it might have been Jason Kincaid. I don't remember.
I think it was actually. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Which it was. I think it was. It was Chris Sabin. Jason Kincaid, like before Jason Kincaid went weird, and then something else. It was someone else.
He was ever not weird?
Right.
Oh, who Jason Kincaid? No, he's never not weird. It wasn't Styles either. Someone just bled a lot in that match. I remember that. But yeah, outside of that, like outside of the few segments we listed, there was a lot of in that Impact episode was just highlights.
Yeah, because Twitch doesn't show commercials and all that. Plus, on top of that, it was, like I said, it was very much like the unfortunate thing of they didn't have this building for much longer. So they filmed what they needed to and then got out because the rest of the thing was being taped in Mexico.
Which, can I just say real quick, I want New Japan to start doing that for people that watch it on stream. I want them to start like showing like highlights from like older matches.
I hate to get off topic. Can I just rip into some old fuck that's young at a cloud now again?
Which one?
Superstar Billy Graham. He's used to doing this.
Oh, he's still alive. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Somehow this fossil's still alive. And now he's bitching about WWE replacing Braun Strowman with Finn Balor, and that Finn Balor's a little twink, and that he's too small.
Wait, did he actually call him a twink?
I don't know. I've heard so many like old head like people use that word like Finny the twink. Actually, OTRS called him that a lot of times.
Do people not know what that word actually means? I'm curious.
I don't think so. I barely even know. So
basically, all a twink is, it's a term to describe a gay man in his 20s.
Oh, that's great. Oh, okay. So it's homophobia. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I feel like you're a piece of shit. Okay.
I was going to say, I knew it was for a gay man. I didn't know if it was anything specific. I've often seen it used to describe very feminine gay males.
Yeah, no, like, well, OTRS would literally call him Finny the Twink, like, all the time.
Which is super inaccurate. Because
I'm really hoping that's, like, the FAG word, where it has a different meaning in Ireland.
Which that is inaccurate, because Finn is a gay man in his 30s.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. Come on.
That's true. We forget how old Finn is.
He's like 36?
Which he looks good. He does not look that
He
old.
looks like he's 23, and he's he doesn't look, okay, no, compared to Jordan Devlin, he looks 36. I'll say that.
Like, it's one of those things. He does not look his age. Like, he looks like.
Okay, but next to Jordan Devlin, he does look older.
Like, you can tell when someone's in their 30s. He does not look it.
Like, you can tell, like, as athletic as AJ Styles is, you can tell he's 41.
Oh, you can tell.
The hair, the mustache, the beard, the old man look when he looks at Asuka, like, I'm disgusted at you women. You know, you can just tell. You can tell. Like, that's old man yelling. That AJ Styles coming out really did remind me. Like he's getting old. He's like, I can't have all these women take my spotlight. Oh, these women. He just looks at. He really I just can't get over. He's side-eyed Asuka like, fucking bitch, motherfucker. Like why?
It's one of those things where AJ looks his age. Finn does not.
Yeah, Finn looks like a little kid, and he's 36. Sir, he looks the exact same as he did in New Japan in like 2010.
Yeah, like I've seen the Prince Devitt Titantrons and all that, and even his old Progress stuff.
The only difference,
exactly the same.
The only difference is that he's more ripped now.
Yeah,
like way more ripped.
He's got better abs.
Yeah,
he's got better abs. That's about it. That's the difference. He has better abs.
Dude, if he's not on the juice, he is a goddamn fucking miracle.
Well, I'm pretty sure he does CrossFit just like Seth, and CrossFit's all about building that.
Right. I mean, Seth doesn't look that ripped. Not to that level.
True. Some people build muscle mass differently.
Well, then, I will say Finn tucks it in a lot, you could tell.
Finn is just, yeah, he does. And Finn is just blessed. Because let us not forget that, I'm sorry, speaking of somebody who has European relatives, people from across the pond are so good looking. We are ugly mofos here in America.
Which do you remember that picture of Neville that was floating around?
Yeah, where he said like, I'm not on steroids. I'm just, I'm fueled by like my hatred. Hatred and like a good diet plan or something. That's what he said.
So here we go. Here's Superstar Billy Graham's actual quote. Are you ready, kids?
For the guy that inspired Hulk Hogan, I'm ready.
Okay, quote. Well, fans, just my professional opinion once more, and certainly nothing personable about any of the talent. Okay, thanks, Billy. But as you folks, he's so old. As you folks, really, as you folks who watched Raw last night, I didn't know. that the monster among men, he quoted it, Braun Strowman, has been pulled from the main event against Lesnar, despite Strowman's superhuman strength and his ability to overturn paramedic trucks. Oh my god. He thinks that was real.
Oh, he totally does. Are you kidding?
Wait a minute. Guys, you know that segment where he pushed the truck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You clearly saw the stilts, right?
It's a meme. Of course he thinks it was real.
They're right there. The stilts were right there. They didn't even cut away from them. Does Billy Graham actually think he legitimately took... God damn it.
No, but he's definitely living in one of those people still think it's a shoot.
Yes, and he's even
living in the audience thinks it's a shoot, brother.
He's defending Braun Strowman because he turns over paramedic trucks, 18-wheeler, 10,000-pound cab trucks, and then overturned Vince's limo. He can't quite seem to beat a mere mortal in Brock Lesnar. Now he has to be replaced with less than 2 weeks before this mega pay-per-view by Finn Balor.
You know,
I'm in their right mind believe Finn Balor will have a chance in hell of beating Lesnar?
Hang on.
And he said, I would want my money back immediately. Word is, Finn Balor will spend 3 hours getting his spray paint demon gimmick on to help him beat Word is, to help him beat Lesnar, who looks like to me outweighs Finn by a good 100 pounds. So, first of all, this guy
has an aesthetic.
And secondly,
wrestlers have an aesthetic. God forbid he takes the time to get ready.
This Finn guy is gonna take. Hey, the word on the street is.
The word on the street is.
But he said, word is Finn Balor will spend 3 hours. 3 hours. He had to specify getting his spray paint demon gimmick on. He's gonna get his gimmick on. I'm gonna get my demon on. But yeah, god damn it, Billy Graham, he's still alive. So there's your update. Graham is still alive and he's still as stupid as ever.
Wait, he doesn't have a Twitter, does he?
I don't think. No, no. He's an old man. He's on Facebook.
Oh, I'm about to say if he had a Twitter, I was going to tweet it.
This is a Facebook post I'm reading.
Oh, I'm about to say if he had a Twitter.
Even better.
About to say if he had a Twitter, I was going to tweet him. I was going to tweet, "Hey man, did you know that Vince McMahon's limo exploding was a shoot?"
You know, Vince actually died. He came back to life somehow. I don't know. No, the Illuminati cloned him. Actually, that's what happened.
I'm just gonna,
the Illuminati cloned him.
I'm just gonna tell him everything is in continuity and everything is a shoot. That's gonna really fuck with him.
That's beautiful. You should.
Roman Reigns really did run over Braun Strowman with that truck. Triple H really did drop. No, Austin really did drop Triple H off a forklift while he was in a car from like 100 feet.
Triple H really screwed a mannequin.
Oh yeah, Triple H fucked the mannequin. No, Triple H fucked the corpse.
Undertaker really did chokeslam Edge to hell.
Yeah, he fucked someone's brains out.
Randy Orton can confirm that Eddie Guerrero went to hell.
Yeah. He meant it. Randy Orton, word on the street is Randy Orton still hates Eddie Guerrero and says that motherfucker's down there now. I hate wrestling. But yeah, you guys want to talk about NXT and then we'll get out of here.
NXT was pretty legit.
NXT was legit. I'm gonna start with the negative. I'll end on the positive. So basically, I'll start with the misuse of Keith Lee, and then I'll end with the rise of the EST.
Right.
Wait, what?
I said all right.
Alrighty then. I will say though, Cassius versus Keith Lee. Love the match. Love their chemistry. Two big, fat, mean guys. Yes, sir. I know that sounds weird and out of context, but yes. Two big, fat, mean guys. Yay. They had a big, tough, fat, mean guy match. They hit each other a lot of punching, lifting, growling. Awesome shit. I still love Cassius Ohno as a worker, but yeah, his thing is getting kind of boring. And the fact that he's losing all these matches and yet beats Keith Lee However, watching this, here's the thing: reading the spoilers, I was pissed. But watching this match, Keith Lee dominated most of this whole match. I will give them that. They really did give Keith Lee a lot of the shine. It really was only like a few moves Cassius hit until like finally Keith Lee accidentally elbowed the ref and then got the low blow, and then got the rolling elbow 1, 2, 3, and then I love Matt Riddle, but something ticks me off about the concept of Matt Riddle saving his befallen friend Keith Lee from harm's way. So basically, Keith Lee is a third wheel and/or afterthought with Matt Riddle and Cassius.
I could justify that.
That's true, pretty much.
Honestly, I feel like you could justify that by saying like Matt and Keith are like best buds. So
for sure. But clearly, Matt Riddle is the one in this feud that is meant to be the important one.
Also, can I just say,
that's kind of true.
I also mean that
unfortunately, we saw Bask in my greatness becoming Matt Riddle's BFF.
Bask in my jobbing.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Sorry, Keith, your time will come.
Oh yeah, his time will come. Trust me. He's too over, dude. Did you hear that crowd? They fucking chanted his name for like 2 whole minutes.
Oh, I'm sure they did. That's what NXT does. That's what makes it great.
But especially for Keith Lee. Keith Lee was the most over guy on the show, other than Bianca. Like, Keith Lee and Bianca were like mega over.
Their people.
But yeah, what were we gonna say about Keith, Brandon?
I'm just gonna say I think it makes sense because again they're in kayfabe, they're best friends. Plus, I'm pretty sure in real life they're best buds. So, for sure. They've wrestled and evolved so many times. They wrestled in PWG. Like they seem like cool together. Yeah, sure. No, it's believable. It's just the fact that like it's not exactly like this, but Keith Lee's the damsel in distress to Matt Riddle. Just does to me like the roles should be reversed there. I don't know why. Because I think I know why for you is because in your head Keith Lee is this gigantic hulking monster.
Exactly. No, yeah. I know Keith Lee is more than that because like he is such a great babyface. He can be more than just a hulking monster. I'm fine with him losing. It's just like he's used as a plot device. That's the thing. For another feud, he's used as a plot device. You can't deny that. Keith Lee his main purpose in this match was to serve for another feud, which is Cassius versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah, I've said that before. Keith Lee, welcome to being every girl ever.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Yeah, man. Like being like, yeah. Well, his time will come. His time will come. His name on Twitter. His name on Twitter is literally like it was Patient Keith. So clearly he's staying patient. He knows his time will come. There's so much talent on NXT. Like it's hard. Like someone's gonna get lost in the shuffle. It just sucks that it has to be him because I think he's probably like either the 3rd or 4th best on that roster. And on any other roster, he would be the best. But NXT is so goddamn stacked. It's ridiculous. Like you got Ciampa Daddy on there for God's sakes. Like, come on. Too much talent. And Alistair. I'm not gonna forget Alistair.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so I found Billy Graham's Facebook.
Oh.
I won't do it right now, but I'll do it.
Oh, you have a Facebook? Oh, sweet. Okay. Oh my God. Again, that's the old man cemetery where people go to send their shit now. It's Facebook. It's not MySpace anymore. It's Facebook.
I've never been on, dude. I can't remember the last time I posted on.
I've never used Facebook and I never will. I just don't. I don't know into it.
Twitter to me is just more convenient.
Oh, before I get to Bianca and how she stole the entire show and basically owned Shayna Baszler, Humberto Carrillo. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. This kid is so good. He faced Johnny Gargano. He also faced Buddy Murphy on 205 Live, and they fucking dipshits in Birmingham, Alabama chanted boring because they don't know how to fucking live their lives properly. But they didn't chant boring here. wholesale as much as shit I give them. They were cool tonight. They respected Humberto. There were some Johnny Gargano fans there, but they had a really good match. This Humberto guy is really good. Like, have any of you guys even heard of him before now?
No.
I have not.
I actually had a weird thought. What if he's Bandito?
Well, apparently, then in that case, apparently Bandito would look like me. Because apparently, according to Asia and Ashton, I look like a white Humberto Carrillo. I've been told this. I sort of see the resemblance. Maybe. We both look like massive dorks in the face. But yeah. Just for that, I'm going to be rooting for this kid. Because I just see a massive dork that looks like me, and I'm like, just give him one. Just give him one title. Just give him something. But yeah, he put up a great match. His athleticism, his moves, like he's really good. Johnny Gargano, of course, gets the win with the slingshot DDT, which he rarely gets. Which I guess that is his finisher outside of the Gargano escape.
I mean, again, I'm all about that. Taking moves that you think wouldn't be considered finishers and making the moves.
Well, especially on someone like Humberto, who, I mean, he looked great in this match, but again, he's definitely many tiers below Gargano on the totem pole. He just got there. But yeah, well, let's get to it. I mean, Brandon, I'll let you have your moment, but your girl took the L tonight.
Here's the thing: if it wasn't for the slap, Shayna would have owned her on the mic.
Nah, girl.
Because here's the thing: when it comes, really, Bianca's whole thing, the problem with Bianca's shtick of clapping her hands to the syllables of undefeated is it's easy.
Is she wrong though? Is she wrong?
Well, I was going to say it's easy to mock.
Oh, it is, but Bianca clearly can back it up, and Bianca clearly showed us a lot to mock about Shayna, and Bianca doesn't give a shit. She had her confidence, and here's the thing, she mocked, yeah, Shayna mocked it, but what else is there to really mock her on? So she's not the smartest, but dude, Bianca just, her promo before coming out, saying, it's 2019, but I got 2020 vision when it comes to the NXT title. Just, honestly, just her confidence and just her demeanor, as a promo, she is one of the best in the business right now. I mean, I love Shayna. Shayna's a really good promo. I really do like Shayna Baszler, but I kind of agree with Asia. It came across a little bit generic. Just in my opinion, it was very, one note.
Honestly,
to be fair, they didn't give her much time on the mic either.
Which I also think also has to do with the kind of promos they cut, because Bianca is a very quick promo in that she gets in and gets out. Shayna speaks in sound bites.
Oh, Bianca, yeah, Shayna. Yeah, Bianca is definitely about the sound bites, the girl.
No, I'm saying Shayna.
That crowd popped just for that.
No, I'm saying Shayna's about the sound bites. Shayna speaks in such a way where it's
yeah.
She speaks with little one-liners and little phrases, but that's really it.
I like her confidence on the mic, but here's the thing with Bianca, with Shayna. I do like her promos. I can't really remember certain one-liners from her though, or certain sound bites.
I mean, the thing about her vocabulary. I'm going to change your vocabulary from undefeated to
overrated.
And then the promo about how you might be the strongest, the fastest,
but you're not the smartest. I understand that. Yes, I mean, Shayna, I mean, they don't really have much material on each other because they're just they just started feuding, so it's kind of just gonna be small stuff.
Well, the thing is with,
and in general, there's not. I would say the biggest problem is that these two, not only with each other, but kind of in general, they don't have a very long history.
No, they don't.
Not a ton to talk about. They both haven't really been here that long.
They're both kind of just really great prospects. I mean, Shayna's been here a little bit longer, but I mean, yeah, dude, Bianca. Oh my god, Bianca! Just Bianca's charisma, man. She is. I mean, here's the thing. I know Asia doesn't like when people compare her to Sasha, but I see it in that way because she's always been this good, but once she's now getting like that opportunity, everyone's starting to see it, and it's just it's just exploding now. Like the charisma is exploding out of her.
Do you wonder what I think would have helped if Shayna brought up Bianca's backgrounds in sports and had basically called her out in that like you came from a privileged, rich lifestyle.
But then Bianca can also bring up that like at least I succeeded in those little camps while you were too busy getting knocked out by Amanda Nunes.
No, I would say
that. I'm just saying, Bianca would bring that up.
Oh, absolutely. I'm completely aware.
If they can at least make a passing mention to Shimmer, or at least the idea that Mercedes or that Shayna is connected to Mercedes Martinez, she could easily go with the idea that it's like, oh, you went from being Mercedes Martinez's bitch to Ronda Rousey's bitch, and now you're going to be my bitch.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, people have mentioned Ronda Rousey to her, but I'm surprised we haven't gotten the soundbite that you're just Ronda Rousey's bitch. We'll probably get it on the main roster.
We probably will eventually.
I mean, which hopefully will lead to Shayna turning on Ronda and break out on her own.
I'm not entirely looking forward to that, but I would say like, and this is a complete thing. If this was a fantasy land where we could mention other promotions and all that, I would bring up her connection to Mercedes Martinez and just say, like you went from being Mercedes bitch to Ronda's. You just traded in one position.
They bring up
you're always second best.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, like being like the second fiddle in Mercedes faction, now being in Ronda's faction, like just never being the big star in MMA or in indie wrestling in general.
Exactly. So you're always second best.
And you're NXT champion, but you're then she'd be there. Here's the thing. Then she would be there in NXT because
second best compared to Bianca Belair.
There you go.
And I think what would help, and I also think what would help was on Shayna's end, if she brought up her legitimacy, she could just go to Bianca and be like, well, at least I'm legitimate in a fight, and I want her to bring up Billy Robinson.
Although I will say, one person who's the only person to have beaten both Shayna and Bianca on NXT, Kairi Sane. And yes, I count Mae Young Classic.
I was thinking with
you're a pirate.
Yeah, I was thinking with Shayna, what I think she could have done, she could have pushed Billy Robinson and could have been like, I was trained by one of the best in the world. You have no right to talk.
I didn't need to be trained by one of the best in the world. I am one of the best in the world. That could be so good.
Best.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, when it comes to professional wrestling or in specifically shoot wrestling, Billy Robinson is a big name.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, I think she brought up like I think it was the NYC has those little like bracketology videos.
Yeah.
Like introducing. I'm sure she brought up Billy Robinson there.
The thing is, I don't know how you were working in the match in the feud with Bianca, but you could probably work it in there.
Like while you were getting like I don't know, scholarships to run track and then give up. I was watching footage of Billy Robinson or something like that. There's not much footage of Billy Robinson, so I guess that would work.
The thing is, she wasn't just watching footage. She actually trained with the guy.
Oh yeah, well, he trained with him. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, wasn't he both her like wrestling coach and her MMA coach?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah, Shayna's got that on her like big time.
Like she could say something akin to like, while you were offering scholarships for track and field, I was being stretched and tortured to be made one of the best fighters and ranked in the top 10 by one Robinson.
And of course, Bianca can say you had all that help, and yet you still need your 4 horsewoman ponies to help you. I'm doing this by myself. I don't need any help training me. I'm Bianca Belair. I'm the best. I'm the strongest. I'm the fastest. I'm going to prove that at TakeOver by beating you and your friends.
And I'm just saying, like, even though there's not a lot of material, there's definitely more material they could have worked with.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they weren't given that much time. Like Bianca got her like her individual promo was maybe like a minute and a half. Then Shayna came out. She talked for about a minute and a half, and then It was really short. I mean, it got the point across, but like you could have done more.
I mean, we don't need Triple H 20-minute promos, but
right. I mean, here's the thing. We got 2 weeks. We got 9 days actually. So we have one more. Maybe they'll do like some kind of like, maybe like backstage contract signing or like some kind of like promo exchange. And we'll see. You know, like something they could do outside of the tapings. But yeah, like, this was. I mean, I still think this is pretty good stuff. Like, just from both. I think Bianca was the star here. I think the crowd was most into Bianca, obviously. Thankfully the overrated chants weren't as bad as it sounded with the tapings. It was most of the people were chanting undefeated, but there was a little bit of people chanting overrated. But yeah, like Bianca seems like a favorite in NXT, even though she really most of the time has been like a heel. But Shayna is the ultimate heel basically on the roster, so I guess it cancels itself out.
Which I also think this feud's kind of odd in that like it really is a heel versus heel match,
but you can tell they're turning Bianca face, or that it's kind of turning Bianca face. Or I'll say if there was a default face, Bianca would be it.
Absolutely,
especially since Shayna's got the backup.
And you know, again, what's a heel without backup?
Exactly. Especially ones that look like they don't shower. Look at you, Justin Duke. But anyway,
I don't get that. I really don't get that.
I mean,
how can you tell if someone showers or not?
I don't know. Okay, you look at Adam Morrison from the NBA. That guy clearly doesn't shower, and it's been proven that he doesn't shower. So like sometimes I don't know. It is what it is. Just look at I don't know. Whatever. Here's the thing. I like her more than Marina, honestly. Like,
absolutely.
Like what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think of the two, she's the standout. But I haven't seen much from them to be impressed. Maybe they'll prove. I hope they prove me wrong.
Right. Like
again, Jessamine has better gear, but that's really about it.
But don't they wear the same gear now?
But they wear very similar stuff. But I would say, like, everything I see about Marina, I just think,
it's like,
Roddy, tell your girl to step up her game.
Yeah, it's really plain, whereas, like, Jessamine has kind of, like, a color scheme going on. It looks kind of different. And Jessamine's huge, too. Like, she towers over people, man.
Like, the one problem with the MMA 4 Horsewomen is the fact, like, unfortunately, only 2 out of 4 of them are really credible.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, that's why Jessamine and Marina starting at NXT in the Performance Center, you know? Like, hopefully they build up to be credible. But yeah, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are the only... And really, as far as just pro wrestling, Shayna Baszler really is the only real legit pro wrestler of them, because Ronda Rousey has only been doing it for a year.
And not to mention, it isn't just like, oh, it's pro wrestling. No, Shayna has a shoot background in it.
Exactly, yeah. So Shayna's the legit one. Like, she's the legit one.
Again, I'm halfway tempted to change my profile from Rhea to Billy Robinson, because again, Billy is legit.
If you had like a 4-way like profile pic, it would be like, if you had your Mount Rushmore, it'd probably be Rhea, Billy Robinson, Kevin Cross, and Nick Mondo.
That's a weird commodium of.
But that's you.
Oh yeah. Again, my taste is very
exactly. So it works. You have Rhea Ripley, who's like the WWE kind of.
Come up with.
Yeah, you have Rhea Ripley, who's like the WWE like charismatic bad guy heel. You have Billy Robinson, who's the catch wrestling like mastermind, like old school wrestling guy.
Top British wrestler, like seriously, like, he was the guy when people talk about World of Sport.
You have Kevin Cross, who's like the dangerous monster
powerhouse,
dark kind of character. And you got Nick Mondo, who's like a crazy high flyer who does death matches.
Did death matches.
Did. For not that long. Not that long either. He was smart about it. Well, as smart as someone who can take a weed whacker to the stomach could possibly be.
And, you know. Honestly, real quick about Billy Robinson, I think if you were to ask me my Rushmore of old school guys, I would say Robinson, Inoki, Thez, and Gotch.
Ooh. Okay, so that's just all like catch wrestling. Is your love for catch wrestling overtaking your deathmatch wrestling?
I've had a weird thought of something you could do, which I mean, and, you know, we probably need to cut this off eventually. But I mean, to be fair, we could probably go all night.
I was about to actually after this. So,
well, I was gonna say if you were to ask me what I think they could, what I'm surprised no one's done this is have a catch wrestling match with like a barbed wire, you know, because sometimes they take the ropes off and they have barbed wire.
I'm pretty sure they've done it.
Well,
I mean, could you imagine Suzuki in a barbed wire death match?
Well, basically, what I'm getting at is have a barbed wire death match where it's just the barbed wire instead of the ropes, and have them basically do a catch wrestling match, because then that's going to force guys to not do rope breaks.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, yeah. Especially good. So, but what if they never do rope breaks and then none of them get in the barbed wire? So well, it's just there for as like a threat.
It's just pretty much. It's just going to be them just doing scrambles and submission attempts.
But every once in a while, if they by instinct go for a rope break, it's like ah.
Again, there's a lot of storytelling they could do with that.
hey, well, we'll call them up. Actually, that is a really good idea. I'm sure they've done it in Japan at some point. Although you would know. I mean, you've watched a lot of footage, so I guess maybe they haven't.
They've done barbed wire death matches, and they've had like Japanese like shoot style like catch wrestling style matches. I don't think they've ever combined them.
Right. Yeah, we should definitely cut it off here because we've almost gone 3 hours. But I really enjoyed this, and yes, and thank you, Jackie, for staying the whole way. I will always call you in from the very beginning from now on, even if you are busy.
Just in case, tune in for the last half hour.
Right. Yeah. Just in case, you know.
Just in case.
Exactly. So I'll just call you guys all in, and yeah, it ended up just being like 3 of us, all the whiteys at the last hour. God damn it. But yeah, it's been fun.
Asia hates us.
Oh, I mean, what else is new? But yeah, so not many people watch this. Fuck you all. James, thank you for being a saint. I can't believe I'm calling James a saint, but thank you for being a saint and coming in chat as well. I let everyone know that, but whatever. The awards are gone. You know, it's been kind of a slow week. We're getting ready for Rumble. It is what it is. But I had fun, so that's all that matters. Fuck all y'all. Tune in next week. Episode 25 is coming up, and we will see you guys later. TPA out. Recognize.